and I'm here today with another All Signs Live. I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that you all are feeling blessed today. I apologize for being a bit late. I lifted heavier at the gym today, so I guess I needed a little more recovery time so that I could eat. And then, of course, shower and get ready for this live. So I hope that you all are doing well. As you all are coming in, just let me know how you're doing today. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I need a couple extra minutes to write down my questions on my note cards, and then we're going to get started. As you know, the topic for today was the second most voted topic on the poll. And it was, this is the bad advice someone gave about you. Okay. So the person on your mind was clearly encouraged to make a certain decision as it relates to you. All right. And we're just going to ask, what was the bad advice? So this is, I don't want to say it's a messy reading, but it's definitely a third party reading and they can get pretty weird. Hey, Lisa, I hope that you are well. I still need a second to write down my questions on note cards, but I'm about to start the live. So you can let me know which sign you want me to start reading for. But yeah, how are you doing today on this beautiful Thursday? Thank you. I guess I needed some extra time. Okay, Aries. yo, Lisa, Snappy one beat you to the punch. yo, Snappy one was here yesterday. That's so hilarious. It's nice to see you again. Okay, that's what's up. You just getting your day started. Well, Lisa, like, you can always watch the playback, whenever. So, oh, okay, you said it's all good. Oh, please. Snappy one. I already told you how it went yesterday, okay? So, you got it right today. Yo. All right, so we'll start with the air signs. And then we'll go to the fire signs after, and we're going to start with Aries. Like, all right, y'all. So just give me one more second. Typically, I like to write down my questions on these note cards. So give me one sec. Let's say I learned my lesson. I know, right? Because I typically, like I said, I start with one sign and then I do the other in the same element instead of kind of like jumping around. And of course, like I said, this was just like the second popular topic that was voted for in the poll. So here we are. But of course, the results have been changing. Like, I'll go back and look at the community tab, and I'm just like, the results literally kept changing. Like, All right, let's go ahead and get started. You say you ready for the tea? It's like I like drama readings and messy readings, but I can't really consume them all the time because I just be like, ew. Like that's why I knew that if this was gonna be an option, I had to do like just the most helpful reading, which was what do you need to let go of to reach your next level. I felt like that had to be, first, and then we could get into everything else after. Okay. So Gemini, your timestamp is gonna be 6 minutes exactly. So you already know the person on your mind, okay? Like we're not even gonna try to guess who it is. We're not even doing that. What the relationship is, we're just not. I'm just gonna read, and then y'all just it resonates or not. Like, yeah, they definitely do. Be doing too much with them AI cards. Y'all know them AI cards they making in China? They be doing too much. Like, yeah, Gemini, this is shady. This is shady. Okay. So the person on your mind, the first question we're asking is how were they advised to treat you or to deal with your connection? They were told to ignore you. That's what they were told. I felt like you actually really did care a lot about this person. You would have did anything for this person. Like it just is what it is. You had a lot of love and compassion just within you, but I feel like you display unconditional love automatically. Like it's just who you are. Okay, it's just a part of who you are. I feel like you were very kind to this person. I also feel like you tried to advise this person based off of your intuition and just based off of what you've experienced before. Okay. See, now the problem is that the person that you were dealing with or connected to, like they were already experiencing a lot of mental and emotional health issues anyway. Okay. I feel like this is someone who was dealing with depression. They were always down. They were always feeling very disconnected about life, or towards life in general. Okay. So you still tried your best to deal with this person from a space of, like I said, love, compassion, and also having grace for this individual, understanding that, like, everybody deals with hard times here and there. Okay. Like no one just has a easygoing life where things are always peaceful, things are always seamless, and there's never any issues. So I feel like you bestowed a lot of like grace upon this person. But despite the loving energy that they were receiving from you, this outside third party basically told this person to ignore it, to not listen to it. That's what they told them to do, which is weird. They felt like you were trying to emotionally manipulate the person on your mind. They were trying to make it seem as though you were giving too much in order to get something back in return, which is also weird because there are just people out here that are just kind. Like it's just who they are, and they're not necessarily expecting anything back in return. But that's not how this third party was thinking. They were thinking that you were trying to emotionally manipulate this person by giving them, too much care, too much love, too much compassion. So that's crazy. For some of you, this could have even been their mom. So it's their mom was definitely hating on you and your ability to really connect with this person because they were not necessarily able to do that with, this individual who is their child. Or it could just be someone who tries to act like a motherly presence, okay, over this individual. But the third party is someone who continuously leads your person. They don't have to be your person, but just for the sake of this reading, it's like they continuously lead your person down dark paths. So I feel like you saw that this person was, or their life rather, was taking a turn for the worse. You saw it. It's kind of like watching a train about to crash. It's like you literally was seeing it happen. You were literally seeing it happen. So you tried your best to just talk to this person, to counsel them. And I feel like you gave this person, well, they had a lot of opportunities to listen to you before they decided to crash out and burn. They had so many different opportunities, but they just ignored them. So they were definitely encouraged to not participate in the connection. They were encouraged to see you, from a distorted lens as someone who was just trying to get something out of them. That's why you was giving them so much, as opposed to seeing you as someone that was trying to counsel them and to, even help them heal. So that's crazy. Yeah. Exactly. Thinking, Snappy once said, thinking someone is emotionally manipulating another with genuine kindness is diabolical. Lisa said, a lot of people are like that, but it's behavior like that that makes me realize they aren't even right for me if they're gonna let someone else skew their perception of me so heavily. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, but we gonna see today, okay? We gonna see today because this is what they voted for. All right, so why were they so susceptible to that advice? Well, they trusted this third party. They trusted them as, someone that, would be honest with them, or someone that would give them guidance from a logical standpoint. But see, the problem is that this person is dealing with a lot of emotional issues, and you can't always address emotional issues with just logic. You can't. Sometimes you have to be able to meet someone exactly where they are, which is what I feel like you had the ability to do. Now this third party person is just very logical in their mind, okay? Or that's what they try to tell themselves. All right. And but for real, the real manipulative person is this third party. They're the real manipulative person. They really are. And they expect a bit too much out of the person on your mind. Like, they have such high expectations and standards for this person. So it's like, if the person on your mind doesn't listen to the third party, it's like now they want to start being mean. Now they want to start being cruel. Now they want to start being verbally aggressive and hostile. So it just seems like the person on your mind was kind of already dealing with a lot of despondency and depression. They just didn't want to potentially get into an argument with this third party. So that's why they just went ahead and listened, or that's why they were susceptible to the advice. I know, right? It really be projection. It really be projection. Okay, so what are their consequences for not thinking for themselves? What are their consequences? Well, yeah, basically the consequences are is that you had to leave them behind. That's the consequence right there for their actions. You literally had to leave them behind. And unfortunately, but fortunately for you, it's like now you have to put your boundaries up too, because I'm not sure if you all know this third party, but it's like if you and this third party would have had some words, and this person would have been very verbally aggressive towards you. It would have been some arguments, and it would have potentially been a fight. So I just feel like the consequence is that you had to move on, because already this person was being dragged down and they were very low vibrational. So you really couldn't meet them there. So I feel like the consequences, you had to stop dealing with them, and you also had to impose some boundaries around yourself and around what you were willing to give. Like, yeah, you couldn't allow yourself to get burnt out because you have some great things that you're looking forward to. Yeah, you really are. There's some great things that you're looking forward to, and you couldn't, allow their low vibrational nature to, super, what do I want to say? Like, to impose itself. I was about to say superimpose. So yeah, this person is very low vibrational. Like, they're just dealing with a whole bunch of confusion. They don't know what's what. They don't know who to trust. Like, this person is really dealing with some severe mistrust. Like, yeah, and they cry a lot at night too. That's something that you don't know, is they cry a lot at night. Um, but yeah, you basically had to do what was best for you, which was to distance yourself from them. So now they no longer have a connection with you. Yeah, they no longer have a connection. And like I said, if you all know this third party, you definitely got out the way, because it could have potentially been, like I said, some aggression and hostile words going back and forth, for real. And I'm just gonna say, like, you don't necessarily deserve that, because you exhibit so much grace. Like, you exude so much understanding and compassion that you just couldn't allow yourself to get dragged into this situation. And also, the consequence for them not thinking for themselves is that they're gonna pretty much end up crashing and burning anyway. So what you were trying to help them prevent is gonna happen anyway. So that's that. All right, so let me get you all a card from the surrender deck. How you can surrender this situation and what you can look forward to. Okay, so now they want to start doing what outside? Like, is it trash day? Like, what is it? Yeah, what is it? All right. Yeah, so Spirit is saying to surrender to rest and sleep. okay? To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So yeah, the best thing for you was to distance yourself so that you wouldn't kind of get caught up in this person's emotions that were kind of spiraling. Okay? Like the emotions was spiraling. Okay? So some places you can't really go with people. You just gotta kind of let them go there and just wish them the best of luck, okay? But you can't really go where some people are going, okay? Especially because this person was spiraling into more darkness. No, couldn't do that, all right? And you also have to be okay with letting this go, because I feel like there's a lot of fear that's associated with what is going to happen to this person. You kind of have to surrender that. It's not your business. It's not your problem anymore. Yeah. Look, yes, because look, at the end of the day, there's other people that could benefit from your healing nature. Okay, there's other people that could benefit from your healing nature and from your Christ consciousness. Okay, your connection to spirit. So just understand, like, the assignment with this individual is over. Move on. All right. All right. Gemini, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, I definitely hope you do. And thank y'all so much. Okay. Snappy One said 24 people ate, like, stop playing. Like, yeah, Lisa said it's recycling day. Lisa, I'm just like, okay, so what y'all doing outside? Like, what's going on? Like, because I actually do like to have the windows open. Like, y'all probably gonna be like, girl, why you doing this? You wasting the AC. But no, sometimes we really do need the fresh air from outside to come inside, like, regardless of if the AC is on or not. And the maintenance people told us to basically keep our AC on, but to keep it at like a comfortable temperature. But it's just like, still need some fresh air. Yo. Doors closed. Thank you so much for directing them to the personal reading link, Lisa. Thank you so much, Snappy Ones. You said they're working on the same pothole for the last 30 years. Talk about it. Talk about it. Because where I live is near 95. And it's like, they've literally been working on this one area forever. And I'm just like, damn. They started working on it when my son was, how old was he? 2? He 12 now. It's like, damn, 10 years. Shit. You said that recycling was doing too much. Yeah, for real. Dang. All right. Gemini, the next sign we have here is Aquarius. Okay, I thought it was going to be Libra. Yeah, it's Aquarius. I know, right? Lisa said they drawing it all out to get paid more by doing nothing. Talk about it. Doing nothing. All right, they down the street now. Aquarius, your timestamp is going to be 19 minutes. All right, Aquarius, this is the bad advice someone gave them about you. Okay, this is a third party reading. You already know who the person is on your mind. Like, I'm not even going to try to sit here and guess. I'm going to just read. Okay, so how were they advised to treat you or to deal with your connection? Well, okay, so it seems like Aquarius, they were advised to question your every move, okay? They were advised to observe you. They were advised to be nosy. They were also advised to challenge you. So this is definitely that person that they'll say like, oh, I'm just playing devil's advocate. It's like, why are you playing devil's advocate? I don't need you to do that. You're either going to support where I'm going or not. Keep your mouth closed. But yeah, Aquarius, this person was definitely encouraged to challenge you. Okay. They were encouraged to treat you in a very oppressive way by, like I said, not supporting what your next plans are. Because I feel like you may have went to this person for advice, or yeah, I feel like you may have went to this person for advice, or you were just talking, just having conversations, and this person used that conversation as their moment to challenge you. Like, I can't stand when people do that. They use this moment to just be really inflexible and rigid with you. So, when you're planning something, you're kind of just like putting ideas out there, like you're brainstorming. You have to give yourself space to do that so you can come up with as many creative ideas as possible and then to go from there. But it's like, while you were doing that, it's like this person was being very rigid. So you may have said, oh, I want to go travel. And they're just like, well, how you going to do that? Like, how you want to travel? You don't even have a passport. You don't even this. You don't even have that. Like, I thought you said that you couldn't even afford to pay your bills. Like, it's just stuff like that. It's like this person is very rigid in their mindset and thinking. Like, they don't give themselves the ability to like explore and to see what the possibilities are. So yeah, someone definitely advised them to be a bit controlling with their energy, like, and controlling over you. And if this is a relationship, someone definitely advised them to behave in a very toxic way, because I was picking up like toxic masculinity, like someone that wants to control your every move, your every step. And it's very oppressing. Like, it's difficult to be in a relationship with someone like that, because they just embody this self-righteous type of attitude where it's my way or the highway, or what I say goes, or I know this because I've experienced this before in the past and you haven't. Like, so this is someone, Aquarius, unfortunately, you can't go to them for advice. I think that's something that you know now. Like, you can't go to them for advice because they're going to shoot down every single idea or every single possibility that you could think of. That's just what they're going to do. And someone advised them to be toxic like this towards you. Yeah. Yeah. Someone advised them to be toxic like this towards you. I think this may be someone that you are in a relationship with. Like, you could actively be in a relationship with them. But when you first met them, they were so loving. They were so attentive. Someone encouraged your person to treat you in a very narcissistic way. Okay, a very narcissistic way, because when you first met them, like I said, there was someone that you felt like you could talk to about anything. You could go to them for advice. Like, if you were, just when you were experiencing some indecision, you knew that this person would sit there and listen to you. Okay. And they wouldn't, they wouldn't, what is it that I want to say? It's like they wouldn't judge you as you were coming up with different ideas. But now it's like they're definitely being advised to treat you a bit more harshly. I think that similar to Gemini's reading, it's like, well, you need what Gemini was offering. Like, you need someone that's going to exhibit grace towards you. And it's like, this person is not doing that right now. They're being advised to do the exact opposite, to remain in control. So yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Yeah. They were basically advised to like see you as someone who is like immature, seeing you as someone who needs guidance, seeing you as someone who doesn't really know what's best for you. Okay. That's what they said. The third party said that. So this third party person was basically trying to tell them that, oh, you're naive. Aquarius doesn't really know what they're doing. They need somebody who's going to rein them in and, help them make decisions. That's what they need, And it's just like, what type of toxic stuff is that? For some of you, I feel like it's a very toxic male friend, or it could be their father. Okay, that's kind of what I'm picking up here. A very toxic male friend, father. For others, it could just be a mentor. Okay, like, people have mentors for a lot of different reasons. Okay, it could even be their godfather, someone who just feels like they have to, you know uh, watch your person. I'm just saying your person because, for it's just easy to say that, but it's just like they feel like they have to watch your person and ensure that they make the best steps that they need to make in life. But they're not being righteous, they're being self-righteous, like overtly righteous, like, oh, my way is the right way. And so yeah, they're being encouraged to challenge you and to watch you. And that's like so weird. It's like, what type of abusive situation is this? Like, why are you just watching somebody, like observing somebody, like just on them? It's like somebody running surveillance. It's like they were, advised to run surveillance on you. That's just weird. All right, let's move on. Why were they susceptible to that advice? Yo, I know it's very controlling. It's very narcissistic. Yeah, so Aqua, it's weird. Yeah, because I feel like you really just want to like take risks and do new things. But it's like this person is looking at you like you don't know what to do with yourself. Like you're just saying things, like you're just making dumb decisions. You're not dumb. Like Aquarius is what? What? To say somebody dumb? Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so why were they susceptible to that advice? Well, because they're easily manipulatable. Okay? They're easily manipulatable. Is that even the word? Manipulatable? Like, they're easy to be manipulated. So the third party has found a way to manipulate your person, and they manipulate them through thoughts and ideas, and they also masquerade them. Exactly. Aquarius are mad smart. Exactly. So I don't even know why this person would even think that. Yeah, they chose the wrong person. Like they really did. They chose the wrong person to do this to. But yeah, they're easily manipulatable or manipulated. Okay. Like your person, they're someone who suffers from indecision. Like they really do. Like this is someone who deals with a lot of stagnancy in their life. Okay, they do, but they basically wanted to rein in you because you're someone who, like from what I'm seeing here, you're definitely someone who has no issues with, like I said, taking risks and just putting yourself out there. Okay, stepping into the unknown. And you're also someone who really likes your freedom to be able to explore. Okay, and you're okay with things being unpredictable. You're so smart, you could think your way through things. So it really doesn't matter for you. Like nothing is going to hold you back. This person on your mind, they're like the exact opposite of you. So this is why you really look, this is why you got to stop running your ideas past people, because they have their whole limiting beliefs that they have going on in their limited mindsets. Like they have all of that going on, but then they'll try to oppress you by making it seem like you need guidance. You don't. The person on your mind needs guidance. And that's why they were so susceptible to someone else trying to tell them what to do as it relates to you. Exactly. They need guidance. They need guidance. Like, they're the people, yo, the person on your mind, like, they're the person who tends to be rebellious. They're the person that tends to, like I said, just do whatever they want. And things don't necessarily work out and pan out positively for them. So now that you're stepping into a new arena, this could be you, like I said, deciding to travel, or maybe you want to put yourself on social media. You want to grow your page. You just kind of want to be anywhere but here. Okay, anywhere but where you are. All right. You could have even decided that you wanted to just expand your mind by going back to school. And maybe there's a couple different career tracks that you can, decide on. It's like this person doesn't have the stamina and the endurance to even focus on one thing and to follow it through and to be successful in that thing. So yeah, no, this is why we don't listen to people who don't do what we have the ability to do. This is why we don't listen to people who do that. All right. What are the consequences for not thinking for themselves? Exactly. They had to get put in a place. Yeah. They had to get put in their place. Like, yeah. I knew Aquarius wasn't going for that. I knew you weren't going for that. Yeah, they had to get put in their place. Like, they really saw that you were not going to be someone who was going to be easily oppressed. You really had to show them they're not the person to mess with. You had to show them that one of your strengths is being able to shut other people up when they want to be in opposition or when they want to come off like their enemy. Okay, that's what you had to do. Yeah, that's what you did. Like, I like this for you. I like this for you. Like, you basically had to, I mean, in many ways, you may have even exercised restraint within yourself as well, because you already knew that you were going to do what you wanted to do. You just had to figure out which direction you were going to go in, but you knew that something was going to happen. Okay. You knew that you were going to take a step somewhere. You were going to accomplish something. Okay. You already knew that. So yeah, the consequences for not thinking for themselves is them understanding, especially if this is a romantic partner. You basically told them, like, if you want to continue to keep getting along with me, if you want to continue to be in a relationship with me, you want to shut up. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to step in my way. Okay. That's what you had to tell them. Like, if you want to continue to keep having this little relationship dynamic thing we have, for some of y'all can have a family with this person. It's like, if you want to continue to be with me, then you're going to get out my way. That's basically what you had to express. So now they really know that you're not the person to play with. Okay. Like I said, they chose the wrong person, but they really chose the right person. Because now they know that, yeah, if they want to try that, they can't try it with you, because you're too strong. You are too courageous. You believe in yourself. So that's really good. Your level of self-belief is so high, that you're not really going to allow someone to, like I said, oppress you. So that's what they had to learn. They had to learn something new about you today. It's like, you know what Kevin Hart be like, you going to learn today? Yeah, they had to learn. They definitely did. All right, so let me get y'all some surrender cards, which you can surrender to. So, of course, you can continue to keep living your life despite this third-party interference. Yo, that's hilarious. All right, so I think this more so has to do with your plans, like the next steps that you want to take. And Spirit is saying surrender procrastination. Okay, now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So good for you. And also, it's just funny because I have surrender your desire to control people, but it's coming up in the reverse. So I mean, this kind of it kind of relates to this entire, reading here, which is basically letting you know, like, that it just wasn't going to happen for you. Okay, this actually doesn't apply to you. If more so, it would apply to your person in this situation, the person that we're reading for. Okay, it would apply to that, or to that person. So yeah, do what you want. Okay, do what you want, because a lot of this control and oppression that you experience from the person on your mind is because they are envious. Okay, they're envious of you. They're envious of, your life, your ability to, like I said, to be spontaneous or to take steps into the unknown, without, any type of predetermined outcome. Like, they're envious of that. Okay, they could do it if they wanted to, but they can't. Like I told you, they don't have the endurance and the stamina to even follow through. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, especially if this is a romantic partner, like, they're definitely jealous of your life, and of your abilities, of what you can do, of what you can make happen for yourself. So I'm gonna just leave that right there. Let's move on to the next sign, which is Libra. Lisa said, catch me pouring into myself. I ain't got time for controlling energies that don't even support my dreams like that. Respect my authority. Exactly. Always choose yourself first. Every time. Every time. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Because people will literally try to deter you, because they feel like you're going to outgrow them. And so what? Grow with me. Grow with me. Like, you don't want to be outgrown? Grow with me. That be the main reason that God will literally put you in these people's lives, to help them get unstuck. Okay? All right? But I'm tired of being that person for other people. I need somebody to come unstuck me. Like, I need someone to push me out the mud. Okay? Damn. Yo. Libra, your timestamp is going to be 35 minutes. I just did Gemini. The Gemini's timestamp was 6 minutes. You want to say kick rocks with open toe shoes? Yo. Yo. All right. Libra. Libra. This is the bad advice someone gave them about you. Okay? So the first question we're asking is, how were they advised to treat you or deal with your connection? I feel like that's gonna be my face every time, like, because I can't stand an uncooperative person. It's like, why are you going against the plan? Why are you going against the plan? Like, all right, let's continue. Keep up. Wow. Wait. Okay. Okay. So for some of you, Libra, this may have been a coworker. It could have been a work situation, school, business, or of course, relationship. Okay, love relationship. Regardless of what it is, we're just gonna read it. So the person on your mind was advised to not put any effort in. They were advised to be uncooperative. They were advised to go be independent as opposed to like working alongside you. Um, it sucks. It's like if you was putting like 100% of your time, energy, and attention as it relates to like, you know, intimacy, love, relationships, romance, or in whatever area that I mentioned earlier. It's like if you were putting like 100% of your effort into something with this person, into a relationship or into a partnership, is like they were advised to put in, let's say 50% or 30%. Okay. So they were advised to not help. All right. To not put in any effort, to not want to get on the same page with you. In many ways, they were actually encouraged to sabotage the connection. Okay. They were encouraged to sabotage it. So the third party knows that if you and the person on your mind were, like experiencing synergy, like kind of like on the same page, had the same goals, had the same aspirations, wanted the same things out of life, they already knew that this person, your person, would no longer want to connect with them anymore. So they essentially gave this person advice to hold them back, because the third party sees you as someone that gets things done. The third party sees you as someone who actually belongs with your person. Like y'all belong together. Okay. It is what it is. Y'all actually do. And they also knew that if your person spent more time with you, then they would be in more of an alignment with their higher self. They would learn more. They would outgrow the third party. So yeah, that's why the third party basically manipulated your connection. They told a whole bunch of lies. They did this on purpose to like communicate, to confuse your person. I think you and the person on your mind had a lot of arguments. Okay, you had a lot of arguments because you saw that this was someone who was actively sabotaging things that y'all have built or things that you already have talked about. Okay, like you and your person, if this is romantic, y'all may have even talked about like moving to another place together, you know, starting a family, like, you know, getting married, starting a family, starting a business. Like y'all may have been talking about those things. They were encouraged to sabotage those plans. That's crazy. Like, I want to see what the lies were that were told about you. Let's just get one lie. Let's get one lie. Yeah, so basically, I think that you are a very knowledgeable person. Like you're someone who's very smart. Um this third party person basically tried to say that like, oh, you think you're better than, like, oh, that person thinks they're better than, they don't really have that information that you need to get to the next level. They don't really, I think your person, Libra, they need to watch the reading from yesterday, because the third party basically blocked them from reaching their next level. So that's crazy because it's like, it's not like the third party is going to help them do this. They don't have the ability to. They don't. Like, they're not smarter than you. They don't actually need to be mixing with your person. Like, your person is actually no longer in alignment with the third party, but it's like they're still keeping themselves there, from a place of comfort, and they're also used to being manipulated by the third party anyway. But yeah, this person basically lied about you. They said, oh well, you know, Libra, they're not really as aware as they're trying to make it seem. Like, they're being fake. I feel like you being in this person's life could have definitely delivered them. It could have helped them to see their life through a new lens and to understand that, like, there's more life to live. Like, whomever is on your mind, Libra, I feel like they've kind of given up on life. Like, they definitely have given up. They really have. Like, this person is still holding on to like older ways of being, like old thought patterns, old mindsets that have just perpetually kept them stuck where they are. Okay. So it's just like this person, the third party basically told your person that, like, oh, you can't help them. Like, it's all a lie. Like, if you go over there and you get with Libra, or if you team up with them, it's like you're just going to be dropped. They're going to move on to the next person. They try to make it seem like you were like a snake oil salesman or some shit like that. Like, or that you were going to like bait them in and then switch up on them. But it's not true. It seems like you definitely could have given this person some guidance, some knowledge, some information, or, you know, them just being in a connection with you, whether it's love, business, at school, at work. It's like you definitely could have even opened them up to other opportunities, you know? So that's crazy. Other opportunities that could have helped them grow. But yeah, see, the issue is the third party is so different from who you are. Like, y'all are completely different types of people, and they saw that your person was starting to change and to mold into being like the type of person that you are, and that was something that threatened their sense of safety and security. As far as the third party, it threatened that relationship. So I hope I explained that well, but that's crazy as hell. Like, the third party is threatened by diversity. That's what they're threatened by. They're threatened by that. And it's like who you are, what you know, what you do, your fundamental core values, like that threatened the third party. But your person definitely took a liking to you. Okay, they did. They took a liking to you. They saw themselves as being just like you. But unfortunately, they allowed somebody to come in and to tell them to be uncooperative. Yep. Why were they susceptible to that advice? Because they trusted the third party. That's why. And the third party has made themselves like a guidance counselor in your person's life. They've made themselves as that. Yeah, they've made themselves as that. Like, I mean, your person should actually wake up, because it seems like they're very ambitious and there's a lot that they want to do. But every time they think to do something, they always get dragged back and back into reality. You know, that always happens. But yeah, I think that for the third party, they could be this person's parent, like their father figure, or it could be like an older relative that's a man, like an older brother, or maybe even an older cousin. Okay, so that's why I'm getting here as well. But it's like they just want to be so loyal to this person by listening to their advice. Look, it, why? Like, I don't care about who you are. It's like, if you're not giving me good advice, you could go. Like, I don't, like, what is that? But yeah, they just want to be so loyal. It's like they want to be like a good boy, you know, that type of thing. And it's just like, okay, you keep acting like that and see where that's going to get you. But yeah, I do think that you were presenting this person with a lot of ideas. I wouldn't say like a lot of ideas that were maybe not yet grounded in reality. But if you're a magician, like a very powerful manifester, it always starts like that. The ideas, the visions, all of those things start in your imaginative headspace. Okay, it hasn't yet manifested into anything tangible. All right, it hasn't yet done that. So that's kind of how it starts. But the third party person was basically just like, okay, well, those things aren't even manifested, so how could you even believe that? You know, they're just baiting you in with these big ideas, and once you get there, it's gonna fail, like that type of thing. So sucks for them. Hey, princess. I've done Gemini. The Gemini timestamp is 6 minutes. Damn. Damn. At least, oh, hey, hey, Shanice. Can we do Sag after Aries? Of course. Of course we can. Dang. All right, so what were their consequences for not thinking for themselves? You said, everybody said we've been told them. We told them so many times. Lisa said, nah, don't play with me this morning. It's like, what's going on? What is going on? Aquarius timestamp is 19 minutes. What were their consequences for thinking for themselves? Well, now they have to figure shit out by themselves. Literally. Now they have to figure out shit out by themselves. Like, now they have to. And unfortunately, well, I don't know if it matters to you, but the person on your mind, they had a clear-cut path. Okay, there was a plan. If they would have just went along with your plan, things would have worked out. But now they have to go back to the drawing board, and now they have to do these things independently. So sucks. Exactly. And they're still going to be held back. They're still going to be held back. Like, your person is not moving forward. Like, I'm sorry to say, I'm only saying your person because we're talking about you, the person in the middle, and the third party. So the person who has the direct connection to you, like, they're going to be held back. They had a clear-cut path. If they would have just, did the plan, they had a clear-cut path with you. If they would have just been cooperative, if they just would have worked together with you, if they would have just put in some effort towards y'all's connection or relationship, they would have had things would have worked out successfully. But, oh, well, it is what it is. Now they're going to be held back. I mean, unfortunately, it happens like that. And it's going to be very difficult for them to move forward because they're always going to be questioning this or that. Always. I don't want to say always because I feel like people have the ability to change if that's what they want to do. But the person on your mind, they're very slow to take actions. They're very slow to do things. Like, they overthink things so much so that they don't ever end up taking the first step. Exactly. Slow. Exactly. Thank you. Slow. And they also suffer from laziness. So they're only going to continue to become even more perpetually lazy. And it doesn't even matter if they decided to work harder. This is someone who will still end up kind of spinning their wheels. So I'm getting that same thing again. Like, yesterday, I basically saw, like, I saw the vision of, like, if like your car is stuck in the mud or the snow, and it's like you're literally like slamming the gas pedal just to try to get unstuck. It's like the wheel is just going to continue to keep turning. So yeah, it is what it is. That's why people need to take opportunities when they present themselves, and they actually need to put their best foot forward. Like, so that's kind of on this person for real. But yeah, that's crazy. All right, so what can you surrender to so that you can move forward and leave this alone? Yeah, surrender to the magic of who you are. Okay, just because it didn't work out with this person and they didn't want to put in equal efforts, okay, they had some capabilities. I think the thing you need to understand is this person, they have a lot much more skill than what they were showing you. Okay, I think this person can be a lot much more smarter than how they act. Okay, but that's what they chose to do. They chose to not show their hand, okay, just to see what you would do. And you're definitely someone that can go above and beyond. So go above and beyond with other people that are actually operating at the same level that you're operating at. Okay, go align with other people that are willing to show their hand too, and that are willing to put in effort, not just sabotaging things that can clearly lead them towards success, whether it's the success as it relates to being in a relationship, starting a family, getting a business off the ground, getting a project off the ground. It's like, surrender to the magic of who you are. Like, what you tried to do with this person, you could do it anywhere else. Like, for real, you could go be a blessing somewhere else. This card says we all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. So understand that you being in your magician energy, okay, imagining things, okay, painting pictures and visions, like you can go do that for someone else that actually is gonna believe it and is gonna be willing to work with you for real. They didn't want to see the vision. Exactly. Spirit is hitting today. Exactly. Exactly. Like you're magical and you have the ability to influence people and to get people to be on your side. Okay? Like you have leadership capabilities. So you can go do that somewhere else. Okay? You can. So I think you need to understand just like how much power you possess and how much value you have. So you could go somewhere else. Don't allow this to make you feel insecure, okay? Or don't allow this to make you feel like you're not worthy, because you are, okay? This person, for real, if they would have just aligned with you, their life would be in a different place. But since they didn't do it, since they allowed someone else to trick them out their blessing, they're going to stay exactly where they at. Let's move on. Hey, Cha-Cha. Shanice said, hey, Miss Money. Hey, Giovanna. Lisa said, bare minimum ain't gonna keep me. Exactly. But at least you deserve someone who is gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna let you take the lead on this, okay? I'm gonna let you be the project manager. You seem like you know what you're talking about. I can't stand when people just want to like disapprove of everything that you're saying. Meanwhile, they don't even have the ability to do what you do. So it's like, why are you disapproving everything? Like, are you knowledgeable about what's going on here? If not, you're a student. All right. Let me go ahead. I'm going to just call you loose. Okay? Loose. Like the lights. It's nice to see you. You said the kids are in timeout. Yo, that is so hilarious. All right, y'all. So let me go take a break to use the restroom. And then when I come back, we'll start with Aries. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with Aries. I see there's another bridge in the chat. There's another bridge in the chat. What's your sun sign? All right. Aries. Aries, your timestamp is going to be 54 minutes. There's a bit of a delay on my computer because I'm looking at it just for the playback, but it's like a bit of a delay. Okay. Maybe it's just what's going on there, but I'm gonna start reading. All right, how are they advised to treat you or deal with your connection? Yeah. Aries, this is a nine times out of 10, all right, I don't know if this the person on your mind, but I'm gonna just say, like, whomever this individual is or was, I feel like they were very fake ass friend. Very fake. Like, very fake. Like, this was an enemy in disguise. Okay? This was definitely an enemy in disguise. Like, this is someone who I feel like was encouraged to like play and act like they were your friend, like to be close to you. It's kind of like to keep your enemies close, like keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Like, they were advised to do that. Like, this is definitely someone who did not like you. This was someone who was very hostile and aggressive, but they went about this in very like manipulative ways. Like yesterday I was talking about microaggressions. It's like, this is definitely that person that was pretending and acting like they were your friend, but they were always throwing mad shade behind your back. So yeah, they were advised to get close to you so that they can pretty much like disapprove of what it was that you have going on. So I feel like you were doing something that brought a lot of people together. Like, you could be a socialite, you could be, somebody's texting me, you could be like a socialite, or you could be someone who is just really successful. I feel like this person was encouraged to get close to you so that they could actually get like real intel on what it is that you're doing that has you experiencing success, just so that they could try to like disapprove of that thing. Yo, the song that comes to mind is Gossip Folks by Missy Elliott. Like, that song is what comes to mind. Yeah, yeah, this person was advised to like get close to you to see what was the source of your happiness, what was the source of your success. This is somebody you don't deal with anymore. Okay, you don't deal with this person, y'all not friends, because this person hurt you. They really hurt you because you saw them as someone that was, just within your community. Like, you saw them as you were friendly, like you saw them as a friend to you. You felt like there was a true sense of belonging amongst you and even the other people in your friends group, or just even in a particular community that you were a part of. Like, you went out with this person, you included this person, like whatever you had, you would get to this person as well. So like, let's say for example, y'all went out, okay, and let's say you wanted a drink, you would buy this person a drink too. Or let's say you went out to a restaurant and you were getting some appetizers, okay, you would be like, oh, come on, eat off my plate. Like, you're that type of inclusive person. So you really treated this person as a friend, but for real, they were just trying to get around you so they could in many ways like feed intel back to this third party. So that's crazy. I think, yeah, this was very heartbreaking for you. Like, you experienced a lot of sadness because of this, because you saw this person as a friend, but they was really just gossiping and creating scandals about you behind your back. Like, that's crazy as hell. Like, yo, that's crazy as hell. Yo, that's crazy as hell. This person might have also tried to like steal your friends away from you, like smear your name to people that's already around you so that those people stop dealing with you. Like, I can't stand when people do that. It sounds like a Lifetime movie. No, this really sounds like a Lifetime movie. But that's how they were advised to treat you. They were an op for real. They were an op. Like, this is somebody that you walked away from. And you shared a lot with them. Like I said, whatever resources you had, you would share it with this person. Like, if there was business opportunities, networking opportunities, if this person needed money, if this person needed food, you would help them with that. That's what you would do. You would provide for them. Yeah. And yeah, you are definitely successful. A lot of the things that you think to do always result in you establishing some type of wealth, okay, from that thing. So yeah, that's crazy. I think you might have to be a bit independent for a bit, because I don't know if you could really trust people around you, because they're really just gonna be like, trying to use you and trying to manipulate you to see what they can get from you, and then in turn really hurting you behind your back. So you might have to be a bit independent, especially if you're working on something very major right now. You may have to stop helping other people. I know y'all probably gonna be like, oh, stop helping other people. Like, you might have to temporarily stop helping other people. Or if there's things that you're working on, you have to really like covet those things and work on them in silence, because this is a enemy. This is an op. Like, this is someone I felt like you really took under your wing, and then they really hurt you. That's crazy. Oh, you said they was going too hard trying to steal my friends and potential relationships. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Janice. Yeah, it definitely is challenging to trust people, but that's what's going on. Like, I feel like if this person would have showed you their true nature from the beginning, you would have never dealt with them. But they had to be like very covert and sneaky with how they're being. Like, they had to. Like, they really did. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Clueless. Okay? Y'all remember in Clueless? What Alicia Silverstone, and what's that other lady that went off the rails that played Dion? What's her name? I think it's Stacey Dash. Okay, it reminds me of in Clueless when Alicia Silverstone and Stacey Dash took Nicole Murphy under their wing. Okay, they made her a friend, and then that bi ended up turning on them when she got popular. That's what this is giving. Maybe y'all need to go watch Clueless, or that could be somebody's favorite movie, because that's definitely what the situation is giving. Yeah, why were they so susceptible to that advice? Well, the person on your mind, like they were susceptible to the third party's interference because they wanted to be, what is it? Because that third party was like being friendly with them. Okay, they were being friendly with them. Like they knew that this was someone that they could easily sway, and the third party is clearly a hater. Okay, they're clearly a hater. So I feel like they offered a lot to the person that is showing up here. Okay, they offered a lot to that person. Like, um, yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, they offered a lot. They may have even offered like some type of like business opportunity to them. They may have even given them money to sabotage you. They offered them resources. Um, it's like that thing that people do. I forgot what it's called, but it's like, let's say you work for like the competition, and basically they try to like undercut the competition to get you to be on their side, or they'll it's like a thing that people do where they try to like, I feel like y'all know what I'm talking about, but they put them in contracts. It's like once you leave a job, right? And let's say that you decide to be a competitor, it's like you can't go back to your old job and start like um picking, like I want to say like picking people out of that environment. Like I forgot what it's called, but it's in contracts. Like people do that shit all the time. What? uh Weird. Like what type of weird comment is that? um but yeah, I can't think about what it is, but I know they put it in contracts. It's like under the like non-compete clause, but it seems like that's what this person was trying to do. It's like they were trying to they gave this person an appealing offer, okay? Something that they literally could not resist, in order to become an enemy or out to you. Yeah, poaching. Poaching. Thank you. Thank you, Shanice. Because I was literally losing it. It's poaching. Yeah, poaching, definitely. So it seemed like the third party was trying to do this. But yeah, they definitely offered the money to sabotage you or to see what was actually really going on. Yeah, this may have had to do with business. For real. Okay, yeah. So what are the consequences for not thinking for themselves? Yeah, they don't have anybody now because you don't fuck with them. And the person who basically encouraged them to do this to you, they don't fuck with them either. So now they're left on their own to their own devices. And you know what? That's sad, because if this person was like a genuine individual, you would have continued to keep helping them with resources, with opportunities. You would have continued to keep helping them. Yeah, it seemed like now they're dealing with homelessness. Now they don't have enough money. They don't have enough food. Like some of these people are literally transient because of that. So yeah, that's what they get. So if this definitely had to do with employment, is like they may have been offered some money to leave you or to steal all of your insider secrets or whatever the third party thought you had. And so now it's like after they served their purpose to the third party, It's like they got left, they got dropped. Okay. So yeah, it seems like they were manipulated, and the third party is like really evil and demonic, because that's typically what the devil will do. Will give you something very tempting, will offer you something, and then once you take it and once you know, fulfill the plan, you get dropped. Exactly. Exactly. They lost everything. This person is disgraced. The individual that is showing up here in this reading, they're now disgraced. They don't have anybody to help them. They don't have anybody. They got dropped by you because you walked away from them because they hurt your damn feelings. And then they got dropped by the other person because they no longer serve the purpose. So, yeah, that's crazy. Yep. And now you're moving on and still experiencing success. Like, it was sad what you experienced with this person. Like, when you had to walk away, it wasn't something that you wanted to do, but you had to do it because this person was, just how they acted towards you was so unexpected. Like, when you found out like their true nature, it was too much for you to deal with. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, at the end of the day, you rise. Okay? At the end of the day, you rise. So, all right, so what can you surrender to? Yeah. Yo, that's hilarious. Like, Spirit says surrender denial. You're not in denial anymore. Okay, surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Yo, and why? Yeah, yeah, you have to protect yourself. Like, you do. Like, I feel like you didn't really want to, you know, have to put this person in their place or go back and forth with them. Like, you're just a very kind person. You really care a lot about supporting the community, supporting other people, supporting your family. Like, you really care about doing that. You're nice. But yeah, sometimes you gotta put people in their place, and you know, it's just what you have to do. Sometimes you really do have to advocate for yourself, and just say the words that need to be said, you know, take the actions that need to be taken, and leave people in the dust, which is what you wanted to do. But it's like, you're not necessarily a hostile person, but with stuff like this, you have to be hostile. 333 Buddy said, LOL, I literally wake up in denial trying to justify her actions. You can't. You gotta let it go. I know, it'd be so sad when you think like Janice said, I thought we were beautiful together. I know, right? It's sad, but unfortunately, when people show you their true face, you just gotta keep it pushing. Like, you have to. All right, let's move on, because I be talking a lot. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Hey, Aisha. You're welcome, 333 bunnies. It's hard to let go, but you can't allow anyone to disrespect you. Exactly, Janice. Exactly. You can't. Because people definitely will test you to see how far they can get with the disrespect. They really do that. A lot of the times. Okay? Often. Because I was about to be like many times. No, a lot of the times. No, often. Sagittarius. Your timestamp is going to be 109. You're welcome, Janice. Cha-Cha said it's hard to let go, but it's for the better. Your better future will never manifest if you don't start today. Exactly. Yeah, Sagittarius, the person on your mind was advised to harass you. It's like to harass you, because I just kept hearing that song Bugaboo by Destiny's Child. And you know, that's what they talk about in that song, where it's like somebody who they just met. And not saying that you just met this person, but it's like, I mean, you could have, but not saying that. I'm not picking up it's a new person, but it's just like this was someone who just continuously harassed you, like called you, texted you. I feel like you had to block them. They may have even been emailing you, showing up at your house, showing up at your job. Like they were encouraged to press you. Like, I don't like that. Like, let's keep going. Hey, victory over evils. Because I literally heard you bugging what you bugging, who you bugging me. Can't you see it ain't cool? Like, she said, and it's not hot how you be calling me, just me, nonstop. And it's not hot how you, y'all know the lyrics. Shanice said, you bugging what you bugging, who you bugging me. Don't you see it ain't cool? Like, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting here. I'm not even trying to just be funny, but yeah. Okay, so this is definitely someone that you were distancing yourself from. You weren't talking to them. You had no interest in talking to them. I feel like you may have had a previous argument with this person that really encouraged you to just be like, you know what? I don't have any more words for you. And you know, it gets like that sometimes where it's like you're so exhausted with saying the same things over and over and over again. You just kind of want to let it go. Okay. So whomever they spoke to, which is the third party basically told them like, oh no, you need to press them, like pressure them, call them, text them. Like, this person may have been like pressing you to apologize, to allow you to let them back into your life so that you would give them more access into your life again, because it's clear that you were not interested in dealing with them. You felt like you needed to take a break from them, like you needed to recuperate. It seems like, I said, y'all must have had some type of argument that really just kind of pushed you to the edge, and you was just like, I'm done with you. Like, you ever, you know, like you get pushed to the edge and you just be like, I have no more words. Like, I have nothing to say to you. That's kind of like the energy that I'm picking up here, Sagittarius. Like, yeah, this is someone who lies. They're a liar. They just are. They're a liar. And they lie to emotionally manipulate you into believing things that are not true. Like, so this is definitely someone who was harassing you so that they could lie to you even more. Okay? They wanted to lie to you about their feelings, lie to you about the relationship that y'all have. And, oh, don't you remember the time? Like, yo, y'all know in that song by Michael Jackson, Remember the Time, where he starts screaming? Like, and he be like, do you remember, girl? On the phone, you and me, till 3. Like, that's kind of like what this is giving. It's like, this is definitely someone who's literally trying to press you to maintain the same type of relationship that y'all had before you found out that this person was lying. This person could have also cheated on you. I also feel like the main reason why this person was harassing you and pressing you is because you already knew the truth about who they were or who they are as a person. Okay? Yo, Shanice said exhausted. Oh, you know, Spicy love the kids. Yeah, definitely tell Zoe. I hope she is doing well. Oh, I love her too. Okay. Oh, Lisa, if you have to run to take care of Zoe, you can always come back. We'll be here, girl. Yo, Shanice said, yo, they lie and then say, did you call me a liar? I didn't, but okay, thanks for telling me. Exactly. Yo, people always do that. Like, they always do that, especially when you suss somebody out for doing spell work and you be like, okay, but yeah, but you was doing spell work on me. And they be like, so what, you trying to call me a witch? If the shoe fits, yeah. You know how many people I called out for spell work and they just be looking at me all like perplexed? It's like, don't try that, okay? Don't try it. But yeah, they were basically advised to press you. They were advised to basically put you in a position in which you didn't have time to make a decision on them. Okay. They wanted to pretty much like try to keep you confused or try to like redirect you or distract you from the truth. That's basically what this person was advised to do. Right? Okay, okay, okay. Oh, you said she's smiling so big. I love it. Aw. Why were they susceptible to that advice? Well, since we know that the person on your mind, Sagittarius, is a fake ass person. Yeah, exactly. This is a fake ass person. Like, they were susceptible to that advice because, well, first and foremost, the person that gave them the advice may have been a family member, like a father figure, um, or even what's up with the men showing up? That's crazy. Like, it's a lot of masculine energies giving bad advice. Like, for real. I think one pile it was a feminine energy, but like the rest of them have really just been men. It's like, have more productive conversations, for real. But why were they susceptible to that advice? Well, first and foremost, the person, the third party person, I feel like their sentiment is like, oh, I mean well, I mean well. Like, that's their sentiment. But what they need to understand is like the person that they're giving advice to, which is your person, is a liar. Okay, like they created the issue that caused you to not even want to talk to them. So they feel like, oh, they mean well by trying to help this person get you back. Cause I literally keep hearing One Wish by Ray J. So it's like they're seeing how, desperate that your person is. They feel like your person is heartbroken. Um, they feel like they're depressed. So they just felt like they were exercising loyalty to the person on your mind by, like, being on their side and trying to help guide them through this issue between you and them. So I just keep hearing the third party person say, well, like, oh, I mean well, I mean well. Like, and it's just like, if you mean well, like, let your person know that they don't fucking deserve you. How about that? If you mean well, let this person know that they do not deserve Sagittarius and to go away. You know? But yeah, they're susceptible to this, to the advice. The Your person, I'm just saying that for the sake of the reading. Well, they're dumb anyway. Like, they're dumb. They're dumb. They make dumb decisions. So the third party person just felt like, okay, let me guide them because I could obviously see that they're dumb, they're desperate, they're depressed, they're sad. Let me do something about this. But there's a lot that the third party person doesn't know about what your person did. There's a lot that they don't know. There's a lot that your person is keeping hidden away from the third party person. But if they told them, then that would be a different story. Exactly. Let go. Like, let go. But especially in the case of it being a parent, it's like, or just anybody, your person is keeping information hidden. Okay? They're keeping information hidden. Like, they really are. Like, okay, so what are the consequences for not thinking for themselves? Yeah. Yo, what are the consequences? Well, I don't even know if this is more so about like them not thinking for themselves than it's about them, having to accept and take accountability for how they've acted and how they treated you. I think it's more so what's going on, as opposed to like consequences for not thinking for themselves. It's more so like the consequences of their actions. Yeah, your person knows that they made a lot of dumb and irresponsible decisions. They lied. They gambled the relationship that you had with them. They may have also been cheating. Um, they introduced a third party when there didn't have to be one. Okay, so they literally included another person in y'all connection when it didn't even make sense for it to be that. It seemed like it was perfect just how it is. Um, yeah, and I also feel like your person would try to rewrite history. And I think that's what they're trying to do with like the multiple attempts and trying to contact you or harassing you. It's like I said, they're trying to rewrite the history. Like, oh, do you remember this? Trying to get you caught up in nostalgia. Yeah, nostalgia is dangerous, for real. It can be. So I feel like they're trying to rewrite history as well. But yeah, the consequences, I mean, they can't necessarily run from their actions, even though they are not being 100% forthcoming about what they did to the third party. Hence is why I feel like the third party is giving them like advice, but it's a bit skewed. So yeah, as far as what are their consequences for not thinking for themselves, they basically have to, they basically have to watch you watch. That's why I said watch. They basically have to watch you. Exactly. They have to watch you move on and go get in a relationship with someone else. Like that's literally their karma. So this is you moving on and connecting with someone else. But for you all that are still like taking a break and you getting your little rest and relaxation in, is like this is you more so connecting with yourself and developing even more self-love. Raising your vibration so that this person isn't even allowed to come back into your life. But yeah, I think more so they're experiencing the consequences of their actions, and they're being forced to have to take accountability for being such a shitty person. Yeah, they have to understand that, yep, they let you down, they disappointed you, they caused sadness and depression when there didn't have to be any. And now you just don't believe in them anymore. You don't have any more faith and belief in them anymore. And yes, you all will have another connection coming in for you if you are not already coupled up with somebody or talking to somebody new. Oh, okay. Greetings from Italy. I don't want to mess up your screen name, but it's Paolindo. I'm going to just call you Lindo. I'm going to call you Lindo. Like, y'all, let me shuffle this deck a bit better. It's all over the place. All right, so what can you surrender to so that you can continue to keep moving forward and not focusing on this drama anymore? Okay. Surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation: I have faith that all is well. So yeah, you're definitely transitioning out of this situation. And it is a change. It's something different, but you can't stay here because you was already dealing with someone who was a manipulative liar. So what can you do? Yeah, surrender your fear of change because you have so many other doors doors of opportunity that is opening for you. So if this was you being focused on getting back out there and dating, you have so many romantic options that are abundance. Or if this is just you deciding to focus your energy on other aspects and areas of your life, there's so many things you could do. You could focus on your health. You could focus on making more money. You could focus on traveling. You could focus on developing even more closer relationships with people that you love, that love you. Like there's just so much that you can do, as opposed to being focused on this one person who's harassing you or being encouraged to do so. All right. Okay, call you pal. Pow, pow, pow. Sorry, y'all. It's just my thoughts. Like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what's up with like these masculine energies giving advice. It's just, I don't know. It's a bit weird today, but it is what it is. Thank you, pal. The Storytime Kitchen. Am I taking questions? You can go to my channel and I have my personal reading links there, but I don't take questions during the All Signs Live. I just ask the same question across all of the different zodiac signs. All right, Leo, your timestamp is going to be 124:30. No problem. You can go ahead and drop your sun sign. And I'll let you know if I already read for that sign, and I'll give you the timestamp. But if not, you can stick around until we get there. Yeah, that sound in the back is my printer. I guess it's like cleaning itself. All right, it's done. But yeah, you can let me know what your sun. Let me know what your sun sign is, and I'll let you know if I already read for that. But you can stick around or just wait for the playback, and I'll put the timestamp there. Shanice said, "I'm sorry, but something is happening with the masculineness in this year of 2026." I know. And it's like, even when I think I meet like a real one, it's always not that. So I'm hoping that I meet a real one soon. All right. Dang, let me change your timestamp, Leo. I'm going to change it from 124.30 to 126. So 1 hour and 26 minutes. All right, Leo, this is the bad advice someone gave them about you. The first question is, how were they advised to treat you or to deal with your connection? Wow. Okay, so Leo, this person was advised by a third party to not take your connection seriously. Okay? And they were encouraged to do this at the very beginning. So when you first met this person, the third party was there and that person told your person to not take it serious. Like, to be non-committal, don't really put any effort in, show up, be mediocre. It makes me think about that song by T.I. Did he have a song that said he don't want no mediocre? Y'all know T.I. be coming out with the most random songs. Like, it be so random. Like, his career is a bit different than what it used to be, but hey, all right. But yeah, that's what they were encouraged to do. They were encouraged to be lazy, to not put in any efforts, um, to basically like be very like rushy and non-committal with you. And it didn't matter if they made mistakes. They were just encouraged to do whatever with you. Okay? That's sad. Like, that's really sad. Like, let's get some more information. I don't think you even, Leo, I don't even think you really like the people that are around the person on your mind. I don't think you really like the people that's around them. And that's something that I'm picking up here as well. So I feel like the third party was very salty that you weren't as like welcoming to them as they thought you should have been. But why would you? Because especially from what I'm reading here is that they encourage your person, the person in the middle, they encourage them to just not even show up, okay, to be non-committal with you, to treat you any type of way they felt like it, okay? So why would you even be welcoming to that? So maybe energetically you kind of sensed and picked up that like it was something shady going on with the third party person, or just even the people around them, like their friends or like their family. Lisa said, I don't want no lazy lover. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. And that's the crazy thing is like, this was like a new love opportunity. It really was. Like, it was like the person on your mind, or the one who was influenced by the third party, seemed to really like you. But despite that, they were encouraged to just kind of, especially this is love, like treat you like a fling. they were encouraged to pretty much be in denial about their feelings. So they may have told the third party, like, oh, I really like Leo. Like, I find myself developing feelings for Leo. And then that third party person was just like, nah, you know, nah, don't get caught up. Don't catch feelings. You know what people say? Don't be catching feelings, catch flights. That's basically what, the third party was telling them. But the person on your mind, your person, is like, there was more emotions and feelings and like positive thoughts and opinions that they had about you that they didn't feel comfortable sharing with the third party, because the third party was pretty much already from the beginning shitting on this opportunity, that in which it could have been something. I heard the song We Could Have Been by Bryson Tiller and her. Yep, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, the third party person basically caused your person to develop even more like anxiety and just a lot of issues, because they were basically controlling this person's emotions. That's what they were doing. They were controlling them by telling them like, nah, don't do it. Like, Leo is gonna, have your mind spinning. They're gonna, be controlling you, and they're just gonna do what other people have done to you in the past. When you develop feelings for them, you can't trust it. Don't trust it. Don't trust them. That type of thing. Like, they were encouraging your person to suppress or to repress their emotions. And because they did that, it caused the person on your mind to be very stressed. Like, they really played into a certain level of, I want to say, like, causing your person to have like paranoia, okay, about their past, like reminding this person about the things that they've experienced before. So that's a lot, because it's like your person may have been already dealing with PTSD, but it's like this third party person like highlighted that even more so. So even though they may have felt confident enough to like actually want to work on your connection, and see where it could go, it's like the third party influenced them to just quit while they were ahead. Exactly. So basically, that's why, especially if you experience your person switching up on you, even though it seemed like y'all were connecting, the emotions were flowing. It's like if you experience like some hostility from your person, it's because they were influenced by another individual to like block the connection. Okay. That's crazy. All right. Why were they susceptible to that advice? Well, PTSD. That's one. Yeah. They were susceptible to that advice because, I mean, other than, what the third party person told them, they were intimidated by you. You're showing up in your reading. Like, Leo is definitely here. Okay. They were intimidated by your presence. They were intimidated by your outspoken nature. They were intimidated by your physical appearance. Okay. Your attractiveness. Like, they were definitely, intimidated by these things. And like I said, the third party person basically told your person that, oh, like, Leo is going to dominate you. They're going to control you. Like, once they find out how deep you feel about them, they're going to switch up and they're going to start, trying to oppress you and get you to be a simp. Like, that's basically what the third party person told them. So yeah, they were just susceptible to that advice because, I mean, unfortunately, they have no backbone. And on top of that, they're a coward. And then on top of that, they didn't really see themselves on the same level as you. They just didn't. But I mean, if you like them, it was a reason why you like them, but they didn't trust y'all's connection. Yeah, Consuela. Okay. Consuela said the third party might have wanted your person for their self. Straight jealousy. Exactly. And over here, it's like, it seems like Leo didn't really have time for the third party person anyway. Okay. Leo didn't have time. Exactly. Yeah. Consuela, are you doing this reading? Are you doing this reading, Consuela? Be careful who you call friends. Sometimes they're your biggest downfall. Exactly. Cha-Cha said, not my sign, but it resonates. Lisa said, their loss. Exactly. Like, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting here. It's like, Leo didn't really gel with the third party. You must have been around them, but you didn't really gel with them for real. Like, you wasn't really paying too much attention to them. Okay, so what are their consequences for not thinking for themselves? What are the consequences? Okay, well, the consequences for not thinking for themselves is, unfortunately, because I feel like the person on your mind is suffering from PTSD. So it's like, unfortunately, they're pretty much stuck in the past, still reliving the same traumas and the same issues over and over and over again. And also, as far as like emotionally, they're emotionally stunted. And also, on top of that, it's like they have issues with developing independence, like as an adult. So I definitely feel like this third party person was heavy family, or could have even been friends that they looked at as family members. Okay. So they may find a sense of comfort amongst those people because these are people that they've been around since they were young. They've grown up together with these people. So they've known them since they were young. But what they don't understand is like these people are holding them back, and are really getting in their way of being able to like grow emotionally and to like, of course we know, like make their own decisions. Exactly. Yep. And the crazy thing is you're not stuck in the past. So they basically have to watch you move forward and move on from them and leave them behind. Yep. And you're taking all of your love with you. That's crazy. Like, so yeah, you definitely used to pay attention to this person. You're not paying attention to them no more. You have no more grace to exude anymore. It's kind of similar to, what was the first sign I read for? Gemini, I think. So Leo, you should go back and watch Gemini's reading. Or if you resonate with this, go back and watch Gemini's reading because it seems like it goes hand in hand. But it's like you're taking everything with you. But more so, I don't know. It seems like, I know I stopped my thought, okay? Mid-sentence. But it seems like this third party person made you out to be something that you are not. Okay? Because that's not what the third party person was telling your person, wasn't what they were actually experiencing with you. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, you're taking all of your specialized attention that you have for this person with you. Anything that you have for them, you're taking it with you. Some of you are highly intuitive. You're taking that with you. Yeah, you're guarded. You're not sharing yourself with this person anymore. You're not. It's like you're being stingy. They was being stingy from the beginning. Now you're deciding to be stingy, and you're doing it from a place of empowerment. All right, so what can you surrender to so that you can continue to keep moving forward and letting this go? Yeah, surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So yeah, this may have been something that was like decentering you. It seems like your good qualities were being used against you as like red flags. Okay, your good qualities were being used against you. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like you see the situation clearly. All right, so just accept it for what it is and continue to keep moving forward. That's what I'm getting here. Like, you're very intuitive. I literally just said that. So spirit is confirming that. Yep, you're intuitive and you already said what you needed to say. You communicated what you needed to, and you're not stuck. So just continue to keep moving forward. You don't have to stay in this stressful, dramatic situation. Exactly. Exactly. Like, just take what you have to offer somewhere else. If not, if you stay in a situation, it's just going to cause you even more anxiety. So just let it go. All right, that's it, Leo. Where are we going next, y'all? Because we're done with the fire signs and the air signs. Where are we going next? Are we going to the water element, or are we going to earth? Lisa said, leaving no crumbs behind. Cha-Cha said, like, why are you obsessed with me when I'm gone instead of treating me normal while I'm here? Weirdo behavior. People will be in love with you for 20 years after the fact and couldn't be consistent for 20 days. Lisa said, I'm already window shopping in another building. Okay, Lisa says Scorpio. And then is that a scorpion or is that oh yeah, that's a scorpion. Yeah, I was like, Henny Hungry, what is that? Is that a scorpion or is that a crab? Yeah. All right, the consensus is Scorpio. Dang, they still outside cutting grass. Goodness. All right, let me just go ahead and close the window because I just think it's too loud. So I'll be right back. Dang, it's too loud. All right, Scorpio. They cutting grass over there too. I'm not mad. People are working, people are employed, but damn, it's loud. Okay, Scorpio, your timestamp is gonna be. Let's just do 141:30. You said all messages been on point. Is giving collective energy reading. Narrow. I'm happy about that. Okay, I'm happy because all I can do is just read what I see. Okay, things are definitely happening at the same time. It's synchronistic. All right. Okay, Scorpio. I should have started 10 seconds ago. All right, so this is the bad advice someone gave them about you. First question, how were they advised to treat you or deal with your connection? I already saw it. Like, I saw it, so I'm going to just take the cards out. Like, I already saw the card. Like, I already saw it. I already saw it. Yeah, this was definitely someone who was encouraged to bully you. They were encouraged to bully you. Okay, so Scorpio, it seems like this person that we're talking about, they may not have always been in competition with you. They may not have always been like an enemy or like an op to you, but I feel like they were encouraged to be one. There was another sign. I think it was Aries. I think it came up in Aries as well. So Scorpio, you should definitely go back and listen to Aries reading and see if there's some like similar messages. But I'm kind of getting here that like this person that is on your mind, or this person that's showing up in the reading today wasn't always like someone that was a competitor. Let's see who they were. But I'm not picking that up. That's originally who they were. Yeah. Yeah, this is someone who I feel like dealt with relationships in just a very like open, honest, and integrative way. Okay, like that's how this person was. It's like there was someone who tried to do the right thing. There was someone who tried to see things clearly, who tried to be very balanced in their approach, but they were persuaded and encouraged to bully you. I feel like this person was also encouraged to use their power to disadvantage you. So for some of y'all, this could have been like a manager or like a boss. For some of y'all, could have even been a teacher, or just someone in the community who had a lot of power and status. Okay, this could have even been someone in law enforcement. Um, let me see. All right, so yeah, pretty much this is someone who was like offered some type of they were offered some type of resource in order to come up against you. That's crazy. So I think you may have been experiencing some issues with like the law or with things legally. Someone may have even been trying to like use their power and position to, what is it that I want to say, to like oppress you. um I'm kind of also picking up that it may have had to do with like unfortunately it may have had to do with like spell work as well. I just feel like someone was pushing you out of a specific environment, and I'm just really picking up that this has to do with work, um or just in the community. I don't feel like this is a love relationship. I feel like this is someone who was like negatively influenced to push you out of a particular place. So people will do that, especially at jobs. Like they'll start to get really petty. They'll start to like mess up your work. Um, they'll start to like gossip about you. So it seems as though this person was influenced by other people to use their power in a very negative way. And I feel like at the end of the day, it was going to push you out and to put you at a disadvantage. And I also feel like this was a place that you really needed. Like, so for some of y'all, this may have even been like a church. So they pushed you out of the church, but you went to the church because, let's just say, you know, you needed to de-stress, or you wanted to hear God's word, or you wanted just to be in a sanctuary, like a place of peace. um so yeah, that's crazy. If you were pushed out of a church, that's wild. But it seems like if that's the case, that there was someone above them that pushed them to use their power in a very negative way. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like you were bullied. I want to know why this person took this offer or felt like indebted to having to do this. Yeah, I feel like whoever did this to you or was like advised to like push you out of here, they were like on their last leg. So if it was like a manager or like your boss, is like they were pushed to treat you this way because they were on, like I said, they were on their last leg. Like they were at risk of losing their job or losing their business. Yeah, that's crazy. You said you have a couple neighbors like that. Yeah, I mean, if this has to do with your neighborhood, it's just, it seems like something like that, like an HOA person would do, like a leader in the HOA. You know how different communities, they have like different groups like that, like the civic association, like shit like that. Like, yeah, yeah, you could give that as well. But it's like they were on their last leg. So they were at risk of losing their job. They were at risk of losing money. Um, they were at risk of just being in a bad place. So it's just sad because I feel like typically the person that treated you like this, like I said, typically there's someone who like does things in a very honest way. There's someone who doesn't really like to get their hands dirty, but they were encouraged to have to do that. It seems like their connection to the third party was more important than their connection to you, like being able to appease the third party, being able to get along with the third party. That was more important than you. Okay, and if they lost that connection to the third party, it would have put them at a disadvantage. Damn, that's crazy. If this is a romantic situation and it has nothing to do with work, okay, if it has nothing to do with work or church, okay, or this person being in some type of position of power in the community, like law enforcement or a judge, all right, it has nothing to do with an organization. If this has to do with a relationship, all right, the third party is somebody that your person is married to, okay? It's somebody that your person is married to, and they were at risk of losing that marriage and losing the resources that come with it. Um, if they did not, if they did not push you out of the way, okay? So that is also applicable here as well. And a lot of people do that. It's like once, you know, that person's wife or husband finds out that they're entertaining a new person, is like they're gonna start to threaten them. They're gonna start to threaten them with their financial security. Okay, like, oh well, if you still want to have money and you don't want to pay me alimony or child support, you want to stay with me. If you still want to have a place to stay, you're gonna stay with me. Like they threaten them like that, and then some people just fall for that bait and they fall for the trap and they keep themselves married. But it seems like your person, if you know they're married, they wanted to get a divorce, but they were advised to not do so because of what they would have to pay, and instead they were advised to get you out of there. And that's so sad. That's so sad. Like, because you were definitely a needed part of this community or of the relationship. It seems like the person who was pushed to get their hands dirty, like, unfortunately they did it, but they did care a lot about you and they saw you as a good person, but they forced you to have to leave even if it wasn't something that you wanted to do. Yeah, that's crazy. But see, the thing about you is you didn't just take this treatment and just allowed yourself to be like bullied or allowed yourself to be intimidated, or to be in this hostile environment. Like, you actually tried your best to stand up for yourself. You tried your best to like advocate for yourself. So you definitely were very courageous as this whole thing was going on. You didn't just fold. But unfortunately, it's like this person was in a position of power, and they just exercised it in a way in which I feel like they know they shouldn't have, but they did it anyway because of another person. Rain Superbird said homeowners association. Yeah. They be like taking out so many fees. Why were they susceptible to that advice? Well, they clearly were manipulated. I can say that. They were manipulated, but I also feel like their livelihood was at risk. Okay? Like I said, their livelihood was at risk. They were at risk of losing money. And let's see what else. Also, their physical health was threatened. Okay, their physical health was threatened. So it may be some gang behavior going on here. So like their physical health was threatened. Like, if they didn't get you out of there could have been some consequences. Okay, you know how people do things sometimes. It's like if you don't do what they say, they'll, you know, employ some force with weapons and, you know, different stuff like that. There's a lot of like psychopathic people out here in the world. So the third party is a psychopath. So it's best that you're not even there. They're very psychopathic. So yeah, their physical health was at risk, and potentially yours was at risk as well if you would have stayed in that environment. Um, which is crazy. Yeah, but more so, they were susceptible to that advice, like I said, because their financial stability was at risk. And they, like I said, they were on their last leg. So typically, like if it's a manager, like they're on their last leg, like they're about to be fired. Okay. And when they're fired, they know they don't have a job. They know they're going to be struggling. That type of thing. Same thing, like if this is someone that was married or is married still, clearly, is like their financial stability or even their connections with their children is going to be at risk if they decide to divorce this partner. Yeah, it seemed like the third party is very toxic. So it's just best that you weren't there, because it's like things like this can turn very deadly. Like, I watch too many TV shows, okay, where it's just people spiral. And when they spiral, it's just no telling where they're going with their thoughts and what their thoughts are gonna, you know, push them to do. So yeah, I don't know. I want to kind of get out of this energy. Like, it's just getting dark. It's getting very dark. Dang, Rain, I'm glad that you're safe. You said had a drive-by happen last year. The house on the opposite corner, not fancy, but not where that stuff happens, is quiet. Yeah. Yeah, it's getting dark. Like it's just giving me, like I said, gang activity. And whenever that comes up and it's like some psychopathic, like sociopathic stuff going on, I just have to get out of that. Like, all right, come on. Let's keep it pushing. Like, let's keep it pushing. Like, what are the consequences for not thinking for themselves? Well, I feel like they're losing, yeah, they're losing their identity, because I feel like this person that was encouraged to like push you out is like, they typically are someone, like I said, that's, you know, they're integritists. Like they they make good decisions. You know, this is actually someone who cares a lot about their karma and being fair. But it's like them making this decision really question, it makes them really question their identity and who they really are. If you're such a fair person, why would you allow someone to influence you to do something that, you know, that wasn't really a nice thing to do? Like, why would you influence somebody to do that? Like, why would you influence someone to you, for someone to tell you to use your power to be hostile and to be oppressive and to show aggression to another person when that's not even really who you are? So yeah, unfortunately, it's like this person is suffering from like an identity crisis. They're experiencing a lot of like emotional and mental health issues. They don't feel good about the decision that they made. They don't. And what they did, and now they're just questioning who they are as a person. Exactly. Yeah, and now they're stuck. Okay? And now they're stuck. Like they're stuck being a puppet. Okay? They're stuck being a puppet. Like someone who otherwise would have thought for themselves is not, it's like now they're a puppet. That's crazy. Yeah, and now they feel powerless. It's like that's why you don't never give your power away. Like your mind is powerful. Your ability to think for yourself is powerful, but I guess they just do what other people tell them to do. Yep. Just so their stability isn't threatened. Yep. And for a lot of y'all, this could definitely have to do with the marriage. So yeah, it's like now this person is stuck in an unhappy marriage, all because they allowed somebody to threaten them, and then they took the bait. All right, so what should you surrender to so that you can continue to keep moving forward in life? Yeah, surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly focus on positive affirmations. Yeah, for sure. Because this person brought negativity to you, and it was unwarranted. And I'm sure there was a lot of thoughts that you were trying to process, but the best thing that you could have done for yourself was to separate yourself from the situation and to let go of the attachment that you had to this person or to the place, to the environment. So yeah, surrender negative thinking. Give yourself the love that you deserve. Continue to keep connecting to spirit, especially if this is a church, because a lot of people experience church trauma. So if you are included in that storyline where, you know, this was a church and you were pushed out of it, it's like, you know, continue to keep connecting with spirit. And maybe it's best that you connect with the divine, connect with God, like on your own. And yeah, and just continue to move forward with your life. You know, this place that you were at, whether it's a job, a community, environment, church, relationship with this person, it's like it was too limiting for you anyway. Okay, it was too limiting for you anyway. So this may have happened positively for your own good, but for sure, because I think that there were some potential like negative repercussions that, like I said, that could have affected your physical health and even your mobility. So good for you. Just getting out. Hey, princess. You said you're going to go back and listen from the beginning. Religious abuse and trauma is a real thing. Yep. Yep. Church trauma is definitely real. I think was it last year? I watched this video on social media, and they were definitely embarrassing this little girl at church because she said, I think it was on Thanksgiving, she said she was thankful for her stepmom. And she was just praising her stepmom and how well she treats her. And her mom was there in the audience. So I guess, the mom felt some type of way, and they definitely embarrassed that girl in front of the whole church and made it seem like it was demonic because she had a close relationship with her stepmom, who actually like affirmed her and was nice and kind to her. And her mom clearly was the exact opposite. So I remember watching that video. It was so sad. Princess said, oh my gosh, yes. You saw that video too, Princess? I hope I explained it right. Yep, when a kid prefers another guardian, there's a reason for it. Exactly. Lisa said, I've been here longer and got to stay. Everyone else with their bad intentions literally got moved out of the way all at the same time. It was insane to witness, but it's been so peaceful since. Oh, it was another one where a 15-year-old got shamed for being pregnant. Wow. Wow. Like, wow. That's wild. Yeah, go ahead and explain what happened. And while Princess does that, I'm going to go use the restroom really quick, and then I'm going to come right back, and then we're going to move on to Cancer. So Cancer is here. I spent a lot of time trying to hash out Scorpio's reading because it was just a lot. Yeah, the water signs have actually been a lot. Okay, so I'm just projecting that Cancer's reading isn't going to be a lot, okay? But Cancer's reading has definitely been a lot over the past couple of lives that I've been doing since I've been back. All right. Dang, you said they scolded her. They stood her in front of the whole church and scolded her. Instead of asking what happened to get her there, they humiliated her and doubled down. Yeah, doubled down when it went viral and they got called out. Exactly. Because you never know what's going on with that child or what her situation was. So why would they even do that? Yeah, people are weird. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, fam, I'm back. Let me just look at the chat really quick. Yep. Watch that girl leave the church entirely when she's older. Exactly. I've never seen a boy stand in front of the church and be scolded. Never. Yeah. Yep. That's right, Princess. That's right. Church shouldn't be a place in which people are being shamed. Exactly. Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with Cancer at 2:04. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for sending me a floating hearts. All right. Cancer. Cancer, all right? This is the bad advice someone gave them about you. All right. So the person on your mind or whoever shows up in this reading today, it's like, how were they advised to treat you or to deal with your connection? Well, they were advised to hurt you. They were advised to hurt you either by abandoning you, kicking you out. So if this was someone that you live with, like a spouse, or if this was a parent, it's like they were actually advised to kick you out of the house, like to force you to go out into the world and to struggle. Like, and they knew that you needed the resources that were essential for, you know, for you to feel safe or for you to feel secure, for you to feel stable. They knew that you needed that. So it's like this person put you at a disadvantage by literally kicking you out, abandoning you, and like I said, forcing you to have to struggle when they could have helped you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like they inflicted this pain on you on purpose. Yeah, they felt like you needed to learn your lesson. That's how they felt like you needed to learn, is by forcing you to struggle. By, we literally was just talking about shaming people in the chat, right? Literally was just talking about that. That's exactly what I see here. It's like forcing you to have to figure it out on your own. Because what I'm getting the third party saying is, oh, they'll see, oh yeah, do this, and then they'll realize, they'll see. So they felt like the way that you needed to learn your lesson was to have to go out and struggle and figure it out on your own. So for some of y'all, I'm definitely picking up that this may have happened to you when you were adolescent. You could be asking about a family member. Um, I mean, you may be asking about someone that you were in a relationship with or someone that you were married to, because you know we're adults here. We're adults here. But I'm also getting that it was family like. And see, the thing is like nobody is a perfect person. We all make mistakes. Okay, we all make mistakes, and sooner than later, okay, sooner than later, especially if you're a self-aware person, you're going to review your past, the things that you did not do correctly, and you're gonna correct them. Okay, it's natural. You're gonna do that. All right, you're gonna have that moment where you really have to evaluate where you are in life, and you have to ask yourself, do you want to continue down this path, or do you want to go in a different direction, one that's a bit more healthier for you? So we all experience those moments when we get to the crossroad and we decide what we're gonna do. Yeah, instead of you being guided, you were basically pushed out there and just forced to figure it out. But the crazy thing about it is that they already knew that you weren't going to have everything that you needed to survive. They already knew that. They knew it. You wasn't going to have enough money. You were potentially going to have to go to the state for benefits. They knew that. But they just pushed you out there. They wanted to hurt you. Yeah. I'm picking it up here that you were kicked out the house. You were kicked out the house. Okay? You were. Like, you were. Yeah. This may have even just been your family in general. Like, just kicking you out of the family, like ostracizing you from the family. So someone encouraged them to treat you like that. For others, it's a marriage. Like I said, a partner to you was encouraged to kick you out. And oh well, whatever, they'll deal with it. Yeah. Yep. I'm picking that up here. Someone you were in a relationship with, someone you had a baby with, or you may have had a baby by this person, or this was a mother figure that kicked you out the house. That's really sad, Cancer. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry, because they were supposed to exercise their power and their position in your life as being someone who would like just nurture you and help you grow. Okay. But instead, they were like mommy dearest. Okay. Y'all ever seen that movie, Mommy Dearest? It's like in Mommy Dearest, the child in that movie, she grew up decent. Okay. She grew up in the lap of luxury, but it's like her mom was abusive as fuck. Like, have y'all seen Mommy Dearest? The no wire hangers scene? I know y'all seen that movie. Like, that's how I'm getting that here. So it's just like, instead of being, just that parent that was supposed to love you, was supposed to help you grow, was supposed to enrich you, it's like they did the exact opposite. So someone influenced them to go against the nature of what it means to be a parent, or if this is a partner, it's like someone influenced them to basically put you out on the street. That's crazy. Yeah. So it's literally like you're being forced to have to do the best of what you had, which is very limited resources. Some of y'all were forced to have to pick up like 2 different jobs. Um, some of y'all were forced to have to decide between, can I get something to eat today, or do I have to, let's say, pay for a motel room? Like, it's like you couldn't ever have both, So it's bad. This is bad. If you were kicked out of the house, but let's say you still had to take care of a child, it's like you had to choose between being there for your child and paying for something for them, or paying for something for yourself. It's like you just never had enough, and that was very heartbreaking as well. Yeah, this person caused you to cry by abandoning you and disgracing you in this manner. Yeah, they were manipulated. Someone did spell work on you and y'all's connection. Well, on the person that forced you out. It's like they did spell work on that person. They played with their mind. Yeah, it's like even if you're having issues with a particular relationship, like let's say it's a parent having issues with a child, like it's like there's multiple ways that you can go about solving that problem. But it's like whoever influenced them may have used their spirituality, or they may have also used the Bible or their connection to spirit to try to influence this person. Like they may have said something along the lines of, well, God told me to tell you that you need to kick your child out and they could figure it out. You remember the story of the prodigal son, stuff like that. It's like that's what this person did, Cancer. And then your person was just like, oh, okay, you know what, you're right, I'll see it, I can see it from your perspective. So yeah, they swayed this person to think differently, and in return it ended up causing a lot of issues for you. Princess said, Cancer tried to manipulate a Libra to get me out on the street. Now their relationship is strained because of that. Lisa said, it sure did. Came back around. Wait. Lisa said, what goes around comes back around. Princess said, it sure did. Came back around with a knockout. Lisa said, they used the Bible to abuse me. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, if this was someone that you were married to, they were susceptible to that advice because they, yeah, it's similar to, well, it's a bit similar to Scorpio. So Cancer, you should go back and listen to Scorpio. It's like, if this is someone you were married to, they were susceptible because they knew that your connection and relationship was ending with them. So they needed to hurt you before you could walk away. Or they just didn't want you to have to walk away cleanly, to walk away with money and some some resources. Is like they wanted you to be out struggling. That's crazy. If it's your parent, if it's your parent, they were susceptible to this advice because, yeah, similar to the other signs, there was some type of benefit, like material resource that they were getting from the individual who influenced them to put you out on the street. The person that convinced them to put you out on the street may have been trying to have a relationship with your parent too, which is weird because I see two women here. I see two women here. Like, okay, it's two women. All right, so Cancer, you're okay. Cancer, you're the third party in your situation, I feel like was a woman. Okay. I see two women here. So that person may have been trying to break up y'all's relationship so they can get even closer to your person. I'm gonna just leave that right there. Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there. Like, I'm gonna leave it right there. Y'all gotta fill in the blanks. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. But yeah, I think the third party person had some sexual feelings. Okay, some sexual feelings for the person that influenced you to that influenced for the person. Okay, let me take it back. Okay, because it's too much. It's too much right now. I didn't think I was gonna channel that, but the third party person had some sexual, sensual, intimate feelings for your person that pushed you out. Okay, that kicked you out, that abandoned you, that wanted you to struggle. They did. They did. Let's go ahead and move on. But that's what I'm getting here. Okay, that's definitely what I'm getting here. It's like your connection was affected because someone wanted to get close to your person in an intimate, romantic way. Everything that your person was doing for you, they wanted it for themselves. That's why your connection was sabotaged. Cancer. I'm just like, what type of freaky ass stuff is about to be channeled here? What's going on? Like, what is going on? Like, all right. So, what are their consequences for not thinking for themselves and still I rise? That's the consequences. I mean, you still it didn't matter what this person wanted for you, or even like the limited resources that you had. Like, you didn't have enough money, you were struggling. It didn't matter. It's like you're still receiving opportunities, you're still receiving blessings. Like, your life is still moving forward. And I also feel like you have the confidence now to speak up and to speak out against abuse, and also to talk about your experiences and what happened to you. So it's like you're not holding back from expressing yourself. Also, it's like you have very strong opinions about what happened to you. So let's say, the person that kicked you out decided to have a conversation with you. It's like you're not going to be docile during that conversation. You're going to be very vocal about what happened to you, and also addressing it and holding this person accountable. So you feel confident enough, you feel bold enough to speak up. So you still ended up finding your voice. And also, another consequence for them, but it's a blessing for you, is that if you speak up about your experiences, you may actually create wealth for yourself. So this could be you deciding to have a podcast. It could even be you deciding to write a book, or just supporting some type of cause and being very like public about about what that cause is, especially as it relates to your past experience. And it could bring a lot of financial opportunities in. Like, you should definitely consider doing that. Yeah, people, you know what? The consequence is still a blessing for you because you're still favored. There's still people that want to support you. There's people that want to be kind to you. There's people that love you. Exactly. It's people that love you. And it's like, this person, I mean, at the end of the day, something that they have to eat is the fact that they were manipulated into, making the wrong choice and decision. It's like all they had to do was figure out another way to get along with you, or another way to deal with the situation, but they decided not to. So now they have to suffer from the loss and grief, and grieving from the fact that you are no longer in their life. And now they have to be disappointed with themselves and their own behaviors and what they did. Like, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's just something that they have to deal with over there on their own. They allow themselves to be manipulated. But as far as with you, it's like they're literally watching you rise, and they also know what they did. So, I mean, I feel like this person would be a bit too ashamed to have this conversation with you. Like if y'all had like a what is it called? A ponderosa. That's what Jackie Christie said in Basketball Wives. It's like they already know what you would say, but you're so like brave and you're so vocal about what has happened to you. It's like they would literally have to just sit there. Like they would literally have to sit there and listen. Yeah, that's crazy. It's like you refuse to stay in a bad situation. So you just, you know, took all of the pain that you experienced and it seems like you're transmuting it and, you know, working on yourself and also, yeah, just being very like brave and courageous about speaking up instead of just being depressed. Let me shuffle again. All right. Spirit says surrender to what is. Okay. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So that's good. That's good. Like surrender to what is, and just connect with the divine is what I'm getting here. Connect with God so that you can reduce any type of anxiety that is associated with your past and what you went through. Yeah, Cancer, that's crazy. Princess said, the person that was manipulated ended up apologizing to me. Our relationship is better, but I can't unsee it. You said Jackie was crazy. You said we already called her out for being two-faced. Yo, how was her face when you called her out for being two-faced? Was she just like, oh? Or did she just sit and stare and blink? Or sit like this? Oh. You said when I called someone out, they were silent and the crocodile tears dried up instantly. Yeah, that's the worst thing when people like act like they crying, but they not. They just be like, it's like, nah, that's weird. They be like wiping stuff away. Like, what are you wiping away? There's no tears. People want to say, shut up. I know you're lying. Like, all right, let's go ahead and move on to Pisces. Pisces, your timestamp is going to be 2/23/30. I'm going to just pick it up a little bit because I'm hungry. And I still have like a bit more to do today. So let's keep it going. Pisces, this is the bad advice someone gave them about you. Lisa, go eat. Go eat. Because it still should be breakfast time where you are, right? Yeah, it still should be breakfast time, right? Oh, wow. What's up with like what is up with the competitive natures that people really have? Like, what is this? Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like this. Pisces, this person was encouraged by someone else. They were advised to put you in competition against other people. That's what they were advised to do. That's crazy. Someone advised them to make you compete. This is a love relationship. They were advised, or even someone that you were getting to know, they were advised to make you compete so that they can see just how much you wanted them, or that they could see if you were truly interested in them by what you would do. Like, they treated you like a test subject. Weird, but that's kind of what I'm getting here. Test subject is like they wanted to see what you would do under a certain set of circumstances, and one of those things being competing, like competing for their attention, competing for their affection, competing for like a relationship. Yeah. Yep. They wanted to see like just how much you would give or what you would provide. They wanted to see if you even liked them. So someone encouraged them to like make you compete. They may have even tried to trigger you just to see how much you like them. So this is someone who was even encouraged to start like petty arguments with you, to start drama, just to like get a gauge on how you felt. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. This is very manipulative. Yep. Yeah. Yo, this person really wanted you to prop them up as if they were some type of superstar. Okay? That's what they really wanted you to do. So they just wanted to see if you would validate their ego. So I think this whole test subject thing was for validation. That's really what it was for. They wanted to see the lengths that you would be willing to go to just to get their attention, or to have some of their time, or to be close to them or next to them. Like, this is someone who I feel like they take a lot of pleasure in superficial things, okay? Or this is someone who cares a lot about how people see them publicly. Like, this is someone who might do a lot on social media. They're so extra because they want people to believe that they're living some sort of lifestyle. And it's not to say that they're not living that lifestyle, but I mean, when you're a real ass person, you understand that all of that could be taken away from you in a day. So there's no reason for you to be so attached to materialism, or be so attached to what other people think about you. Like, I don't know, like, because I just keep hearing Sean Paul. Whenever this concept comes to my mind, I always think about Sean Paul and like Glue, when he was like, I don't really care what people say, like, fill in the blanks. Like, Sean Paul said that song literally came out when, like, almost 20 years ago, and people still care about what other people have to say about them. Weird. But that's what I'm getting here. It's like all of this was just for ego and validation, and to be looked at as this like star or something. Like, they just wanted you to see them in a particular light. But it's very superficial. Exactly. They want to be seen as, someone that's abundant, someone that has money, okay? Someone that calls the shots. They want to be seen as someone who has motion, okay? They want to be seen as that. And I'm not saying that this person may not be doing well for themselves, but like I said, why are you so materialistic? All of that can be taken away from you in one day. Like, you can literally go to your bank account, and I don't care how much money you have in there, that shit could say zero. You know why? Because it's literally just numbers on the screen. It's just numbers on the screen. Like, but yeah, it seems like this is someone who is a gambler. Like, they gambled you by putting you through this like test social experiment thing that they had going on, just to see how hot they were or what you thought of them. Is like they gambled you. Yep. This is a materialistic person, like I said. And they think that they can control people with their position and status. As this star that they want people to see them as. They felt like they could control you. Yeah, so they were basically influenced to treat you this way. So it seems like the other people that they have around them, because I feel like it's more than one person that influenced them to do this to you, is like um they have the same mindset as the person on your mind. They have the same mindset. They do. They have the same mindset. It seems like this is what they typically do. Okay, so I guess you were some type of love interest. You were someone that they wanted to get to know, but instead of just dealing with you in a straightforward way, they had to see just how much you wanted them. I just heard Ice Spice Munch. You thought I was feeling you? Like, well, maybe that's your energy, Pisces. Maybe you wasn't actually really feeling this person anyway. Why were they susceptible to that advice? Like I said, this is someone who is a slave to materialism. This is someone who is they're crafty. Okay, this is a very manipulative and tricky type of energy. So it's best that you don't connect with this person anyway, because I feel like they have more tactics up their sleeve that they would use if you continue to keep dealing with them. And if this was romantic, it's like this is that type of person that wants to see who the best person is for them. Yeah, Pisces, this person was literally acting like their life was flavor of love. Like, your life is not flavor of love. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? It's not. It's not. You can't just treat people any type of way you feel like it just to see how far someone's willing to go to be with you. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah. So why were they susceptible to that advice? I mean, like I said, it's birds of a feather. This is just it's who they are. It's who they are. This is their mindset. I mean, and it's unfortunate, like, but groupthink, like I said the other day, like when it's positive and it's a positive set of beliefs, then like groupthink, it could be good. It could be good. It's like it really can. But in this case, it's like this person is suffering from groupthink, but it's more so like negative. So yeah, their bad behaviors are reinforced by uh their friends. Okay, so what are their consequences for not thinking for themselves? You moved on. They don't even have you as an option. Y'all know that MTV show called Next? I just heard someone say next. But you nexted on them. That's the crazy part about it. You nexted on them. If this person would have dealt with you in a very straightforward way, y'all could have had a good connection with each other. Exactly. Now they gotta watch you move on. Yeah, you're on to the next thing. You really are. You're on to the next thing, like, and you're the actual star. That's the crazy part about it. So you should expect a lot of blessings to come in for you. Um, and they're also realizing that you are just like a genuine and authentic person. You just are. But they're fake as hell, they're superficial, and they're also materialistic. So they really tried this with the real one. So yeah, sucks for them. Yeah, it's like you refuse to be tamed. Exactly. They missed out on someone who would have been genuine with them, someone who would have been just a friendly person. They thought that you were a plaything. Okay? So that's where they got it wrong. And now they have to watch you leave them behind, cuz you actually were the real star, not them. They want people to think they're a star, but you actually are. Exactly. Now they got to watch you move forward and progress in your life. So if this person, um, let's just say they like to flex on social media and like portray a type of lifestyle which may or may not be true, it's like now they have to sit back and watch you actually genuinely receive a lot of blessings and maybe even have a similar lifestyle to them, but it's authentic. Okay, it's real. So now they got to sit back and watch you actually live the type of life that they want other people to believe that they have. And you also have multiple options and people that want you. So you don't actually have to compete for them. Now they would have to compete for you. Exactly. All right. So what can you surrender to? So, I'm gonna read the comments in the chat in a second because I was about to, and I was like, all right, let me finish the reading. All right, so Pisces, surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Exactly. Like, and that's exactly what happened. Is like you ended up being led and directed to leave to away from this person to leave them behind in the dust. Exactly. I feel like this must have been like the last straw for you. I feel like you have dealt with this like time and time again, but I feel like you like finally woke up to really see what was going on, or at least to understand this pattern. I don't think this is the first person that did this to you. So it's like at this point you're just like, you know what? I'm leaving this whole thing behind in the dust. Exactly. Exactly. And good for you because you're going to get the relationship that you want or that you deserve. Or you're going to get someone that's going to admire you for your authenticity and for being genuine. Yeah, you know better now because you've experienced this enough. So you get it. You get what's going on, and now you can go experience better in your life. Like you can actually go experience what this person um, pretends like they have, but I feel like they actually do have some type of like status. But now you can actually go have that for yourself. It's like this person is making it seem like they're looking for a wife, okay? Or they're looking for a husband, okay? That's how they make it seem. So it's like that's how they treat their romantic options. Like, oh, what can you do for me? Like, it's not flavor of love. Stop playing with people's lives. Lisa said he's a celebrity, but he is surrounded by lies and facades. You said they're the one that signed their life over to the industry. I refuse to let anyone have control over my life like that. Yeah. That's crazy. The things that people do just so they could come up in the industry is wild. All right. So now we're moving on to the earth signs. I'm going to start with Virgo. Lisa said, I'm so glad I realized it before we moved our entire world down there. Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be weird people in every industry. That's just what I figured out from watching all of these docuseries on all of the major streaming platforms. Is like it's just a lot of weird things that go on. Like, and you know the thing that gets me the most is like the ones about the scammers. It's like your mind is so powerful. You really have the ability to, influence people so strongly. Like you really can influence people to give you millions of dollars, but you don't even follow through. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like, it's like if they use their mind, they can actually produce a legitimate result, but they always got to be scamming. All right, Virgo, your timestamp is going to be 2:39. Let me shuffle this deck a bit better. I want one card at a time. If you're still tuning in and you have not liked the live, definitely make sure you do that. Please and thank you. And thank y'all so much for being here. Let me go ahead and put some hearts in the chat for you all. And put some streamers in the chat for our lovely moderators. Okay. Virgo. This is the bad advice someone gave them about you. Okay. So, all right. Okay. So, Virgo, it seems like you are very ambitious. Okay. I like that for you. I like that for you. It seems like you, and it's like you're not doing everything that you're doing for nothing. Okay. I definitely feel like you want to be financially stable. I feel like you want to, just be wealthy. But I also feel like within you acquiring and amassing wealth, the purpose isn't to just keep it to yourself. Like the purpose of that is to in turn be able to provide for your family and also being able to provide for the community. So you're definitely a humanitarian. You're a very charitable person. Okay. So yeah, you have some big goals and some big dreams. Some of you may even want to be in some type of like public office. You could be running for like mayor, or there's a lot of different office positions that people can run for, okay, so that they can actually truly make a change for the community. So that's something that you could be pursuing. Others of you may be pursuing like a creative idea, like starting a business. And it could be one of those businesses that has like a nonprofit aspect to it. So yes, you could be a for-profit business, but you also donate some of your money to, causes in the community. So it's like everything that you're doing just isn't for yourself. You're not a selfish person at all. You really just want to help the lives of other people. You may even want to create jobs for people as well so that they can take care of their families or put their kids through college or trade school or, fill in the blanks. So yeah, we get that. It seems like you're a very nice person. Okay, so the person on your mind, they were literally influenced to not support you. Isn't that crazy? Like they were literally influenced to not support you, to not help you. I feel like the person on your mind was like a low key supporter. Like they really like what it is that you're doing. They like your ideas. They think you're very creative. They like your energy. Um, they like how ambitious you are. Um, this may even be someone that's like watching what you're doing on social media, and it's like they really like what it is that you're doing, but they were influenced to not like, to not share. Okay. You could even be, on YouTube doing something here, and it's like you want to build up your platform, but it's like someone influenced them to, um, that's crazy. Like someone literally influenced them to like not subscribe. Okay, that's some hating shit right there. Like that's some hating ass shit. But it's like, yeah, someone definitely influenced them to not want to support you, to not be on your side, to not want to help you. Um, Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely someone who could have, this may even be y'all's family, okay? And that's really bad. But it's like family definitely encouraged them to not want to support you. This is like a family member encouraging another family member of yours to ignore you, to not pay attention. Like basically what they're saying is, oh, they're just doing everything for themselves. Oh, they're being proud, like, oh, they're being arrogant, they're being egotistical. They're basically hating because what you're deciding to do is something that they don't have the capability to do. So instead of just, supporting you, it's like they were influenced to, in many ways, just to like be jealous, and I don't even think that the person on your mind was originally jealous to begin with, but I do feel like they were swayed. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't necessarily jealous to begin with. I want to see what that other person told them. Oh well, they were basically advised. I think that the family member that advised this person to be against you was also a woman. So now the now the women have entered the chat, okay? Because for a lot of the signs, it was men that were given bad advice, and now it's the women. But yeah, they basically influenced your person. I think they're a family member. I don't really pick up that it's a friend, but I think it's family. Yeah, so they basically advise this person to like not pay attention to what you're doing. Just ignore them. They might think that the ideas that you have are like, I want to say like immature, They may have also said that you were future faking, like you're really not doing it. You're just doing it to try to seem like you're better than the rest of us. So yeah, this is definitely someone that's hating on your, I want to say like, yeah, like your mindset, your discipline. They're hating on your creative ideas. Um, yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Like, so whomever this individual is that influenced your person, and actually both of them, they both have like limited mindsets, okay? They don't have the direction, okay? And they also don't have the help to be able to do what it is that you're doing. So the person who influenced your person, they're someone who like exalts themselves. And I think that this is someone who was definitely jealous over what you were doing. And you know, the crazy thing is like, even if you still accomplish this goal of becoming wealthy and being able to help the community, is like, this will be the first person that will just be so proud and arrogant to just say, you know what, I'm sorry, I underestimated you. I'm sorry, I didn't believe in you. It's like they just don't want to say that. So yeah, it's like this person is trying to steer other people from believing in you as well, which is crazy. So yeah, the person on your mind was influenced to literally not support you, to not help you, to not have any type of belief or faith in you that you will be able to accomplish what it is that you want. If anything, they were encouraged to like ignore what you have going on, to not show up, to not help. Like I said, if it's social media, they were influenced to maybe like hide your posts. Like, oh, don't, like, this is like someone saying like, oh, don't pay attention to them. They just want attention. Like, don't pay attention to them. They're not serious about what they're doing. They're just future faking. Like, it's that type of energy. Yeah, it's that type of energy. Like, they were influenced to not be kind to you. They were basically trying to say, oh, well, don't pay attention to Virgo. Like, they're just living in la la land. Like, they don't have what it takes. They're not disciplined enough. But it's like, you actually really are. Like, they would say, like, oh, you know, Virgo just has their head in the clouds. Like, you know, Virgo has their head in the clouds. I feel like whomever influenced your person is like an older family member. It's like someone that just because they're old doesn't necessarily mean that they're wise. Someone who just has like an outdated mindset, but they still want to act like they can influence people with that mindset when it literally does not apply. Like, we're modern, okay? We're it's 2026, okay? It's 2026. So this could definitely be a woman that is misogynistic, okay, and a woman that still pretty much supports the patriarchy. Like, she doesn't believe that, especially if you're a woman, Virgo, she doesn't believe that women should have that much power or should be empowered in that way. You know, women should have their own money and be leading corporations and all types of stuff. Like, so that's kind of what I'm getting here. So this is a very misogynistic person. Or if they're a man, then, you know, the same thing applies. But I'm kind of picking up that Virgo, this is an older family member. Could even be like a grandma or something. Or, you know, or someone's aging mother that is influencing um, the person, your person, to literally not support you. Yeah, it's crazy because your person actually really cares a lot about what it is that you're doing. Like, they actually really do, and they have a strong emotional connection to it, but they're trying to suppress it. Like, they're trying to suppress it. Like, they would support you, but they just feel like they can't. Exactly. Lisa said, look where that mentality has led humanity so far. Yeah. Yep. Well, why were they susceptible to that advice? Similar to the other signs, your person, like, they're very much codependent on the third party. Okay, like, they need them to survive. They do. They literally need them to survive. Like, I mean, the person on your mind may have like really bad spending habits, or they don't make enough money to take care of themselves. So it's like they're always running back to the third party for some type of assistance. So it's crazy because when you make it, it's like the person who was influenced to not support you could very much need your help. So I wouldn't be surprised if that individual came to you asking you for help. But the person who influenced them to never support you or to never join you, like to never team up with you or support your cause and what you're trying to do, support your business and your ideas, it's like that individual could never bring themselves to ask you for help. That's just how proud they are. They could never bring themselves. They couldn't. They can't. They can't. Like, they would rather they would rather suffer before they have to pretend and play nice in order to get your assistance. They would rather suffer. But the person on your mind is like, they actually really support you, but because they're being helped by another person, they're being told to ignore it. Yeah, you know what's crazy? It's crazy that people will literally forego their own decision making process because they're getting some type of resource from another person. Like, people are really being financially controlled. That's crazy to me. Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, people are really being financially controlled out here. Yeah, this is just a repeat. Why were they susceptible to that advice? Because they're still codependent. Like I said, they could, the person that's on your mind, it's like that individual could still be living at home. They still need support from their family. So they're pretty much at mercy of whatever decisions that their, family wants them to make. Yeah, they may have even told this person, like, oh, I want to go work with Virgo, or I want to go work for Virgo because, they're building something. They have this business idea. Like, I want to go work with them. I want to go support them. But then that person was like, oh, no, you're not. Like, no, you're not. I'm about to destroy that plan. I'm about to break it up. Yeah. So what are the consequences for not thinking for themselves? Well, the consequences is that you've pretty much moved on from them. I don't really think this is somebody that you're connecting to um, anymore. You're not connecting with them anymore. You left it behind. Exactly. Yeah, you're pretty much leaving it behind because you don't want to have any conflict with this situation. It's like, if they don't want to support you, oh well, whatever. It doesn't mean that you're still not going to receive the success and victory that you're looking for. It's just, it is what it is. And oftentimes it's like that with people. It's like their family will refuse to support them, but strangers will. So strangers are going to support you more so than these people that you have been close to. Exactly. Exactly. Like, now you're not interested in helping them. And the crazy thing is, like I said, they're going to need your help. They're literally going to need your help, but it's really up to you. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you to, oh, still be kind and nice to them. If they come to you, you can give them help and resources if you need to, but expect this person to come to you and ask for help, for real. Once they see that the idea that you had has really paid off, or that your life decisions have led you into experiencing wealth and abundance and prosperity, is like, once they see that, they're going to be asking you for help. But it's up to you to do what you want. But I think you're disappointed in this family member. If it's a friend, it's like you're disappointed in this person for just the lack of support. I think that's something that disappoints you, but it's not going to stop you from moving forward. Yeah. Lisa said, where your ass was at. Like, you wasn't really shooting in the gym. Yeah. You have surrendered to your full power. That's your surrender card. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, it's good for you because it's like you're going to be so wealthy. Like, you gonna have so much bread, like, for real. And I mean, like I said, it's up to you if you want to help them or not. Exactly. Like, You're going to have this bread because of your pure intentions. Okay. Your very positive and pure intentions to help others and to be an impact in the lives of others. So, yeah, like God's going to bless you so that you can bless other people. I like that for you. Yeah. I like that for you. I love that. Sorry. It's just like when I get confirmations, I just be like, spirit hitting today. Yeah, I love that for you. Like they're not gonna have any other option but to appreciate and to respect the work that you've done. Okay? They're gonna have no other option but to put some respect on your name. Don't let them underestimate you, Virgo. Don't let them underestimate you. One of my favorite songs is by Kendrick Lamar and it's called Count Me Out. That song is tough. Like, he be like, I love when you count me out. I love when you count me out. Because people really will be counting you out. They really will be underestimating you and thinking that the things that you're doing don't make sense. It's not going to work. It's like, okay. Like, say what you want to say. I don't have to accept that. And matter of fact, I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to just prove it to you that it works. All right. The next sign I have here is Capricorn. So we're going to end the live with Taurus. Capricorn, your timestamp is going to be 2:57:30. Now, if you just enter the live, definitely make sure to say what's up. Okay. Say hi. And also like the live. You can even put some hearts in the chat. Capricorn, let's get started. Okay. So this is the bad advice that someone gave them about you. Of course, it's a third-party reading. The first question that we are asking is, how were they advised to treat you or to deal with your connection? Okay, so Capricorn, somebody is upset that you have your own mind. Okay, someone is upset that you have your own mind. They're saying that you're rebellious. You don't listen, and because you don't listen, okay, they were influenced to block or stop an incoming opportunity for you. So this is bad. I can't stand when people do this. But yeah, your money was compromised. An incoming opportunity was compromised. For some of you, this could have even been like the chance at a promotion or some type of like career advancement that was compromised. For some of you, you may have been going, you may have been competing for like some type of investment, okay, some type of investment opportunity for like, let's say for like your business or for anything, okay. There's plenty of ways that people can invest. That was blocked and that was compromised as well, because you like to do things your way. So someone had an issue with your strategies or someone had an issue with your plans, and because they thought that you should have to listen to them and you didn't want to, they blocked and stopped that opportunity for you. This may have been someone like stopping your inheritance, taking it from you, maybe not even letting you know that you had like there was money, like maybe in like a savings account or something for you, like not letting you know about that money, just because it's like you had your own way about how you wanted to go about things. So that's interesting. So they were advised to like block your block the flow of money or abundance into your life. They say you're rebellious, because I just heard that you're rebellious. You're rebellious. Exactly. Now the person who did this, okay, this person that we're talking about that was influenced to do this, like this wasn't necessarily an easy decision for them. They had so much like anxiety around doing this. And so because I know that they had so much anxiety and mental unrest around doing this, then they knew that this was a bad decision. They knew that they should not have done this. This is similar to another sign that I read for earlier where I was like, oh yeah, Scorpio. Yeah, Capricorn, you could go listen to Scorpio because you may have some messages there. Because it's just so much like shame and just so much, what is it, anxiety that's associated with, you know, that person's decision to do what they did. But yeah, it seems like they were advised to like just they were advised to not help, okay, but to block things. If this was like a romantic relationship, it's like this person was literally advised to not propose to you, like to not take your relationship to the next level, to not, um, you know, establish a stable connection with you. Like they were advised to not do that. Yeah, this person was manipulated by another individual. So someone smeared your name. They smeared your name to this person, and that's why they didn't give you that job opportunity, or that's why they blocked your inheritance or some type of like money that was that was coming in for you. Because I just heard big money that was coming in for you, so that's why that opportunity fell through. So you might have thought that you fumbled the opportunity, but you didn't. It was supposed to come to you. It's somebody else that blocked that blessing. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, this is love and relationships. It's like you were looking forward to building a family with this person. You were looking forward to having a child. You were looking forward to like, you know, living a good life with this person, but they were susceptible to gossip and slander. And this slanders your name. They smeared your name rather. They spoiled your name. Let's see why the third party did that. Cause they wanted your person to themselves. They wanted your person to themselves. Like that's why. That's why. Or if this is money and it's related to a promotion, it's a career advancement or like investments, it's like they wanted that money for themselves. They wanted the opportunity for themselves. So they smeared your name. And that caused this person to be like kind of on the edge, like really paranoid, like not knowing what decision to make. But ultimately, they decided to not choose to go in your favor. Exactly. This person was manipulated. Like, what's up with the evil wickedness? Like, what is it? Like, what is up with that? Like, this is crazy, y'all. This is literally crazy. But yeah, the third party is very materialistic. They really are, and they're very greedy. So they may have already had money, they may have already had opportunities, they may have already had a connection to the person that's on your mind or that's showing up in this reading. They may have already had that connection to that person, but that wasn't enough for them. Yo, that's crazy. Lisa said, my family is really wicked and claims to be righteous. They were already rich. Yeah, that's just what it seems like. That's what it seems like. But yeah, I'm definitely picking up heavy here that this may have been an inheritance as well. Like something that was like already legally binded. And don't get it confused. People change contracts all the time. People change contracts all the time. Like I watch a lot of documentaries and series, and people really will go change somebody's will for real. Okay. Ask somebody that knows. Ask somebody that knows. Like that actually happened to me in a real life. But maybe I'll talk about it another time. But yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, all of this is going to be exposed. That's the crazy thing about it. It's all going to be exposed. Like, it's all going to be exposed. But pretty much, the person who wanted to block your blessings and opportunities, they wanted you to have to stay stuck in a bad situation. So if you were facing some financial issues, they wanted you to have to, continue to face that. Or if you were, doing pretty well for yourself, they wanted you to have to struggle. That's why they block your blessings, because they wanted you to just struggle, and sometimes struggling is, you still making money, but it's not enough. Okay. Like, you're still making money, but you're living paycheck to paycheck. Like, that can be a struggle as well. So yeah, they basically wanted you to have to struggle, to have to live off of less, um, to maybe even having to live a life of monotony where it's just like the same thing over and over and over again. Like, you having to be stuck in survival mode. It's like every day, it's the same day. It's like Groundhog Day. Okay. So why were they susceptible to that advice? Why were they susceptible to the slander? Well, because they don't know how to think for themselves. Like, I know that's it's the reading. It's the whole point. Okay. Obviously, they were not able to think for themselves, but for real, like, it's coming out here. It's like this person is like highly immature, and they're still easily influenced by other people. They're easily influenced. Yeah, and they also were forced in a position, they were forced to have to make a very quick decision. Like, the person on your mind is like, they experience a lot of anxiety when they're put on the spot. Like, when they have to do something, it's like they face a lot of anxiety surrounding that. Like, they're always like overthinking, like, is this the right thing to do? But they knew that they shouldn't have done this, but they went ahead and did it anyway. Like, they're easily influenced. Like, it's easy to manipulate this person on your mind, Capricorn. It's very easy, and it's just so unfortunate that this person had a connection to some type of blessing and opportunity that would have helped you. Like, that's unfortunate. Like, for some of y'all, they didn't even tell you. They didn't even tell you that you had money. They didn't even tell you that you were, you know, they didn't even tell you that they didn't even let you know. They kept it to themselves. Yeah, all of this shit that they did was definitely in secret. All of it that they did was in secret. And that's why the person who made the decision was experiencing so much anxiety. Like, that's why they were experiencing so much. Like, they didn't tell you. But in case of the inheritance being taken, or the investment not coming to you, it's like they didn't even, like, it's like they weren't even gonna tell you. It's just like, I feel like your head was left spinning, like, what happened? Like, and I feel like you questioned yourself and thought that it was something that you did wrong, but you didn't. You didn't fumble any opportunities. You were just blocked from them. So what are their consequences for not thinking for themselves? Well, this is basically going to live on their conscience for a very long time. Like, this person is going to be living with a very guilty conscience. I feel like they need to apologize. They're going to be living with a very guilty conscience, like, for years, okay? For years. And also, them blocking you from your opportunities is going to slow down a lot of blessings that are supposed to be coming into their life. So they basically slowed their own shit down and their own motion and their own progress by blocking and stopping you from something that would have actually helped you. I'm just getting it was finances. So yeah, like, now their blessings are going to be coming in very slow, if any, or they're going to have to work 10 times as hard just to earn money, than as if they would have just given you what you deserved. Now they're going to have to work 10 times as hard. Like, their life is going to be like literally a life of toil and labor. Like, they're literally going to have to work so hard just to take care of themselves. And also, like I said, this is going to be on their conscience for a very long time. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for them to move on. It's going to be very difficult for them to move on in life. Like, they're going to be struggling as well financially. So that sucks for them. That sucks for them. What about you? What about you? I mean, so as far as with you, it's like they're not going to have any access to your life anymore. So they also cut themselves off from any access. They're literally not going to know where you are, what you're doing. And see, the thing is you're literally going to be enjoying life. It's just that they're not going to have anything to do with it. So I think you all may be blocking this person as well, like, or just putting this behind you and moving forward. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be blocking them, putting it behind you and moving forward. And they're literally gonna, unfortunately, it's their karma. They're gonna struggle for a very long time. Dang, you said the last name is passing with them. Dang, no legacy? You said, Lisa, they didn't tell me the paperwork I received revealed everything. You said he's already 67. Probably isn't going to be around much longer as it is. Princess said, good. They can experience the struggle for themselves. All right, so what can you surrender? Dang, this card wanted to come out. All right, y'all got two. Your first surrender card says, surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. And this way you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah, you was cut off from this money. You were. But that does not mean that that was it for you. Okay? You have more abundance coming in for you. So it's all right. Like, it sucks, but this isn't it. It's like, I'll tell you a little bit about my personal experience with my inheritance. It's like the person that took it, I be feeling bad for them because I just be like, you took that because you really thought that that was the most money you was ever going to touch in your lifetime. So you know what? I'm going to let you be over there living your scarcity and I'm going to just run it up over here. But don't come to me asking me for help. Don't come to me asking me for help. Because I really be feeling like God really will reveal to you the people that do not deserve to sit at your table. Okay? Through sneaky shit like that. Okay? So I already know. And I don't feel bad about it either. It's like that's literally the most money that individual will ever touch, will ever see. Because if that wasn't the case, they would have divvied up the inheritance like they were supposed to. Let me relax. Spirit also said, surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. Exactly. You already intuitively know what to do. Just listen to your spiritual downloads. Exactly. Exactly. Like, this wasn't a loving environment or community for you anyway. You know that. You're still going to receive victory and success with all of your pursuits. So that's it, Capricorn. It taught you a valuable lesson in like the nature or the true nature of people. Yeah. You said get them. Yeah. Yeah, that person knows what they did and they experienced their karma too. And then had the nerve to call my phone the other day. Are you calling my phone to initiate a bank transfer or what are you doing? Because if you're not calling for that, then don't call my phone. Like, exactly. Do not call my phone. Damn, that's crazy. Did you oh, okay, you said after not speaking for almost a year. That means that she felt it when you ain't say shit on Mother's Day. Yo, she felt that. Oh, you said like just now. Yeah, that's a lot. Oftentimes when people do that and I haven't heard from them in a while, I give myself a second. Like, I don't have to make any impulsive decisions to call them back or to answer the phone. I really don't. You can go to voicemail. Yeah, she felt that, Lisa, because you ain't call her on Mother's Day. Princess laughing. Princess said, LOL. Taurus, your timestamp is going to be 3/16/30. And then we're going to conclude the live for today. Yeah, right? That's the crazy part about it. Like, my dad, I know he felt that shit on Father's Day. I know he felt that shit. Because I woke up and I had a regular ass day. Okay? I only really know one single dad right now that I'm in communication with. Only one single dad. Save the best for last. All right, let's get started, Taurus. Every time I choose the topics for these readings, it's like I just never know what I'm gonna get. I never know. Like, all right, so Taurus, the person on your mind was advised to leave you behind. They were advised to abandon you, like, but to leave you behind. So it seems like they may have been transitioning into like just a new phase or a new era of their life, as we all do. But they were advised to just like leave you there. So this is kind of the energy of someone who felt like they were too good for you, or like, like, or they were on another level and you all of a sudden became not good enough for them or to be around them or to have a relationship with them. It's like someone advised them to like drop you, to like let you go. Yeah. This person may have been like starting a new job. They may have started a family, or even traveled somewhere or moved somewhere. So they were like encouraged to let you go because now they were in this, different phase of their life. So yeah, Taurus, whoever this is, they was acting Hollywood. Like, you know what they mean by like acting Hollywood? You know what that saying is? It's like when people start acting like they're better than another person, like people can definitely project it onto you that you think you're better, but I can definitely say that I've experienced some connections where people will accomplish one thing and then start acting like they're better than their friend or they're better than their family. And it's like, you accomplish one thing, like, relax. Like, nobody's hating on you, but at the same time, it's like you make it difficult to want to support you because you're literally being arrogant and proud for no reason. So yeah, they were definitely encouraged to leave you behind. Like, someone told them, oh, you're doing better than Taurus, so let them go. And it's just like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? They may have, that's crazy. This may have been someone who was like superficial. So they monkey branched to another relationship, or they may have went to deal with another group of people, like, so they stopped dealing with you and they went and became friends with somebody else that was maybe on the same level that they perceived that they were on. But that's just what I'm getting here, Taurus. In the case of it being a relationship, like romance, is like they were encouraged to go get with someone else. Yes, it's a lot of superficial stuff that's going on here. Yeah, like this person was advised to leave you leave you behind because the third party person felt like they were accepting less by dealing with you. Okay? They felt like the grass was greener somewhere else. Okay? So they acted like that. So this is definitely someone, Taurus, that metaphorically flexed on you. Okay? Or they stunned it on you. Someone encouraged them to flex on you. Yeah, and it's sad because you actually had a decent relationship with this person. You had a decent relationship with them. You really did. Like, and that's the crazy part about it is people really will ruin good connections. They will really allow other people to interfere and to, mess up what they have going on. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, I don't understand why people do this. But what was it, loyalty? Oh yeah, they were, as all of the piles, it seems like they were manipulated. They were manipulated and they like left you behind in such a sneaky way. Like that's what they did. They were so sneaky. And I also feel like whoever you're thinking about, this is an opportunist, bottom feeder. Because that's what bottom feeders do. Okay, they always looking for the next opportunity or what they perceive is better, or they just have to go where they feel like the grass is greener. Okay, go over there. Go over there. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when you go over there. Exactly. Exactly. They had such an easy, peaceful relationship with you. It was generous. You were kind to them. Okay. You were very giving. Y'all could, just be yourselves. They're comfortable with you. And now they gotta work 10 times as harder. If it's a relationship, they thought the grass was greener. Now they have to work 10 times as harder to be in that relationship. If this was someone who moved away from you, it's like they not even just moved away from you, but just moved away from the area, okay, or the environment or the community that y'all stay in. It's like they moved away. It's like now they have to now it's like they are struggling where they are. Okay, they're struggling, they're by themselves, they have no help. But when they were in the same environment or community as you, or even the same household, it's like you help them, things work. But now they got to struggle on their own. So what was the point of that? What was the point of that? But yeah, whomever this individual is, Taurus, I feel like you can agree that they're opportunists. They're opportunists and they don't want to struggle for nothing. But now they got to struggle anyway. This is that type of person that doesn't want to have to suffer for nothing. They just feel like they should have an easy life. So they just jump from, from this to this to that. It just kind of reminds me of like in Super Mario, like in Super Mario, where like Super Mario will literally jump to the next level and then he'll jump that way and jump up and jump. Like that's literally what this person does. Like they're an opportunist. That's literally the vision I saw in my head. Super Mario just kind of jumping like from this to that to this, from this platform to that platform to, so yeah, that's crazy. Oh, damn. Yeah. For real. If this is like someone you were involved with romantically, the new person that they got with influenced them to get with them. Like they may have been talking a lot about what they could do for your person. And your person is an opportunist. I'm just saying your person for the sake of this reading, because it could get confusing because it's you, them, the third party. It's like the third party may have gave them a very like appealing offer or said, well, I'm better. Okay. Like I'm better. I had this. I can do this for you. Like you're accepting less with Taurus on that Taylor Swift, you should be with me type shit. They wear t-shirts. Taurus, you be wearing short skirts. It's just pick me behavior. Okay, so the third party is a pick me. Okay, they're pick me. Exactly. And they gossiped about you. They gossip. They're pick me. So they influence your person to be on some sneaky shit with you. Pick me behavior. Exactly. Selfish, stingy, pick me behavior. They wanted your person. Now, if this was not a love relationship, then they just wanted something from your person. So it's like they're both opportunists. They're both opportunists, but they wanted your person's loyalty. It's like your person is clearly not loyal. It's like if you can convince someone to leave their partner or to leave their person or to leave their friend behind, it's like, and that person has already showed you that they're not loyal. Why would you expect them to be loyal to you? That's weird. All right, let's keep it pushing. You gonna say in their mind it's from glory to glory, but we see you using people. Yeah, they really think they going from glory to glory. Yo, pick Misha. Pick me activities. Pick me activities. Yo. Why were they susceptible to that advice? Well, this third party person painted some pictures in their mind. Okay, they gave them a picture in their mind that they couldn't resist. They made the opportunity of aligning with them, even if it's just friendship. They gave them that opportunity. That was they played up the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They played it up so much so that your person felt like they had to take it. Like, so they played up a lot of the interest. That's what they did. I hope that makes sense. Like, they made it appealing. Okay, they made it appealing, and they also appealed to your person's opportunistic nature. Okay, that's just what they did. They appealed to that. Yeah, I just keep hearing someone say like, "Oh, you're accepting less over there. Like, you're stuck over there. You should come over here. Like, we could do big things. Like, all that stupid stuff." Yeah, your person's an opportunist. They're very materialistic, even if they're broke for real. And they're also confused. They don't really know how to utilize their discernment to understand what a good opportunity is or not. So, yeah, this person, they need to get this shit together because they're always going to be swayed. They're literally always going to be swayed. But like I said, they're literally a bottom feeder. Like, they need to evolve with their mindset. For some of y'all, this could have also been like a get rich quick scheme. Okay, it could have been a get rich quick scheme. So even if it's not just like love, it's like someone literally flexed on you and left you behind to pursue a get rich quick scheme or some type of job opportunity that they thought would help them earn more money. But they thought it was going to be easy street. It's not going to be easy. Like, this person is literally going to be struggling for real. Struggling because they signed up for some mess that they should never signed up for. But they can't really come back to you because they flexed on you. Remember how they flexed on you? Like, you remember when Drake was like, remember? And Kendrick said it too. You gotta remember, they flexed on you. Can't come back. Lisa said, LOL, they didn't even flex that hard. But the decision to really be like, I'm abandoning you, that's kind of, it was a flex because they thought that they were going to replace you with something better, but it didn't work out. You said, boy, bye. Flexed. All right. What are the consequences for not thinking for themselves? Damn. They're gonna be facing some type of dead end situation. Unfortunately, I mean, it is what it is. Like, they're gonna be facing a dead end situation. Like, what they left you for, whether it was a new relationship or a job, or they moved out of your area, they just broke up the relationship or the connection. It's like whatever they left you for is gonna end up failing. Damn, that's crazy. It's gonna end up failing, and they're gonna be right back at square one. Damn, it's gonna end up failing, and and they can't come to you to ask you for help. That's the crazy part about it. Because at this point, you could help them, but now you can't. Like now you can't because you're focused on yourself. Now you can't. Um, the consequence for not thinking for themselves. I feel like this person is gonna experience some issues with their mood. So they may have some type of mood disorder that they develop because of this. And it's like they're always going to be searching for something. Like, so it's like it seems like they're going to continue to be like in this opportunistic energy, because I feel like this is like a negative pattern for them. It seems like they're always, like Cha said, trying to go from glory to glory. But all of those things are going to be resulting in failures. So yeah, I mean, but that's on them though, because they don't understand how to use their discernment and to make better choices and decisions. This person just kind of goes with whatever. They don't ever give themselves a chance to ask questions and to make informed choices. They never do. They just are impulsively doing whatever, trying everything. And it's like, that shit not gonna work. That shit not gonna work. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're gonna be experiencing some moodiness, some issues with their emotions. Um, yeah, and they're gonna feel alone. They're going to feel alone, but that's what you get. Well, that's what they get. Yeah, they're going to be experiencing a lot of negativity and just a lack of faith and hope in life and things turning out positive for them. So that's crazy. They should have thought for themselves. Exactly. They're always going to be in need. They're always going to be in need. Like they're always going to be dependent on someone else. Well, until they decide to wake up and to get real with themselves, until they decide to do that. But I just feel like this is someone who suffers from like a lack of self-awareness. Like they just continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Like they stay stuck in negative cycles and just repeat the same behaviors over and over and over again, like really stuck in karmic loops. So that's on them. What do you need to surrender to so you can keep it pushing? You said what he needs is to be single and set in front of a therapist. I hear you, princess. Princess says she wants to wear my skin. You left the real thing for a knockoff. Hope was boosting my persona and he tried to come back. Ooh. Spirit said surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Yeah, because I just heard somebody say the audacity, like, it's okay. It's all right. Surrender the drama. This has nothing to do with you anymore. Yeah, take a break, rest, leave it alone, get yourself back together because this person is off kilter. You can't even be around them anyway, because I feel like with all the emotional issues that they're having, it's like they're numb and they're just looking for something. They're looking for anything to make them feel. And it's like, I don't know what to say. I don't have any advice for this person. So, yeah, I don't have any advice. Exactly. I don't have any advice for this person. All you need to continue to keep doing is increasing your intuition and discernment so that you don't fall for deceit. Okay? Or if you see it happening, remove yourself. Don't play into the drama. Taurus, that's it. That concludes the All Signs Live for today. I'm going to make sure to put in the timestamps that people should watch for their multiple placements, because I know that some signs I read longer for than others. Princess said, I chose my piece. I find it humorous. He thought he was doing something. Yep. People really think they be flexing. It's like they be trying to flex on you until you really flex on them and you show them how it's done. Like, because when you flex on somebody for real, you don't go back. Okay? You don't go back. Because the whole point is It's to show them that you're better than them. For real. Better. Okay? So whenever you flex on somebody, don't ever go back. Not going back. Because then they're going to think y'all equals. And that's not how it goes. That's why this person was fake flexing. Like, Lisa said exactly. Yeah, whenever you really flex on somebody, you can't ever go back. They got to sit with that salty feeling. You're welcome, princess. Aw. Thanks, Lisa. I hope everyone has a blessed day as well. Yeah, they really be thinking they flexing on somebody. Princess said, oh, hell no. That's why you never let me give them a chance. Run, girl. You in danger. Talk about it. Trying to catch up. Because they want you to see y'all as equals. We're not equal. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that. Like, I just want to, I mean, for whoever is still here with the collective, it's like, it's okay for you to admit that you and someone are not on the same level. Okay? It's disrespectful because some people really aren't about shit. Okay? They're not. So it's not even a comparison. So no, like, have pride in being you. If you know you're a good person, you know you take care of your kids, you know you show up for your family, you know you do the best that you could do, you hustle, you try to make stuff work, and you're still trying to think about your future, like you're setting yourself up for a good future. How can you say that you're the same as someone who has no ambition, someone that's lazy, someone that has never clapped for another person, and that's why nobody's clapping for them? Okay? Someone who doesn't stand in the gap for others, a selfish, narcissistic person, people who lie, cheat, steal. Like, how can you say that you're the same as them? You're not. Like, have pride in who you are. Like, for real. All right, y'all. That's it for me. I'm hungry. Okay? I will see y'all again. I'm contemplating if I should go live again this week or if I should just try to get this pick a card reading out, okay? Because my pick a card audience is just so over me. They're just like, girl, you're not doing another pre-recorded video ever. So I'm going to put a poll in the chat and then y'all just let me know. Princess said, get us together, Spicy. Nah, for real. I'm just reminding you, okay? I'm just literally reminding you. It's okay. Like, everybody was walking around here talking about busted on a beat, ho, beat, boat, 80 rap, he a free throw. Like, everybody was around here singing that song. But how many people actually truly believe that they're not like us? How many people truly believe that? All right, then. All right. I'm going to put it in a poll. All right? I'm going to put it in a poll. You said, okay, Spicy Lamar. Yo, I'm cracking up. I'm Lendrick Kamar, a.k.a. Benzes to me just a car. Like, yo, I'm cracking up. Nah, because Cha-Cha told me this guy, he was on the internet and he said, I'm Lendrick Kamar. So I always think about that. That is so funny to me. All right. All right, y'all. I'm really going, okay? I love y'all. Take it easy. And I will see y'all again.